All right.
Okay, so just give me 1 second. So go ahead and share your screen. We'll get right
Mhm.
into it.
How you feeling?
Still a little like under the weather a bit. Not feeling
Yeah.
like super energetic, low energy, but
Yeah.
we'll get through it. All good.
All right,
Uh,
bet.
so yeah, so um, pretty much, I know you've watched the streams. You're part of the
Yeah.
community a little bit, so it's not like we're total strangers, right? Most students
Yeah.
are. So and I think I kind of forget about your rank, but just for the stream, just briefly tell me
Mhm.
what is your current rank, okay? And then
Diamond 3, little lost streak
okay,
going, but I
that's
peaked
fine,
Ascendant 2 last act or last
cool.
season.
And then your peak rank is Ascendant 2, and
Yep.
then also tell me the roles or agents you are playing.
I play that's my problem, I think. I play whatever, bro. Like if
Sure,
I feel
but
whoever
yeah,
like
try to
it
try
doesn't
to
even
try
matter.
to main one though. Like try to in your mind tell me like what role do you want to kind of like what is your main best or you could think best role.
Um my best role, I mean, I feel like
Or
probably duelist.
agents. Sure. Not a big deal. It's not like we're committing with what you're saying here. Just
Yeah.
information. That's all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's it. So current rank Diamond 3, peak rank is
Yep.
Ascendant 2. Best
Yep.
role is Duelist. You pretty much are a flex player though because you play everything, right?
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Like, do you actually play every agent, or you just have like
Bro,
eighty
I'll
percent?
play I'll play Sova, Cypher, Jet, Reno, Raze, Phoenix. I'll play literally anything. Sky sometimes, like it really doesn't matter.
Okay,
Clove, like whatever I feel like playing, I'll just like low key lock it and
all right, that's fine. All good. All right. So we're gonna just briefly talk before we start. Okay.
yeah.
It's probably gonna be a 20-minute talk, 15,
Yep.
20-minute talk, and then also how today will go is I don't yeah we're gonna probably play one game.
Yep.
And then we're gonna break that down because that's gonna take like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the custom.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then hopefully I can take a look at things you need to work on, you're having your trouble with stuff like that. Just for now, just try to just be engaged with me. So just don't move around or anything. Just kind of just
Of
chill.
course, yeah.
So that's that. That's what I'll say. So, um, the first question is try to be as specific as you can be, but um, what are your problems that you feel is holding you back, the things you're struggling with, the walls you're hitting, like lay it all down on the table and be as
Yeah.
specific as you can be.
All right, so I've had a lot of time to think about this.
Yep.
So I feel like I think I have issues like almost everywhere. I think my biggest problem is like my mental, like 1000%.
Okay.
Like I'll just get on the game,
Right.
I'll insta queue comp, no warm up. Like I just play to play.
And let's
If I get shit talked, like I'll
yep.
mute my teammates insta.
Yep.
I'll run it down if I feel like I'm in the mood. Like it's really bad. Like
Okay, and let's break this down further before we move on to another category or
yeah.
another thing. But why? Why do you think that is?
Um I actually have no idea. I don't know. Maybe I lack the passion sometimes. Maybe I just like sometimes I'll just queue a couple hours before work just to kill some time. Like it really just depends. Like sometimes I'm in the mood to rank up, so I'll play my ass off and I'll try. I think I'm just like really flip floppy when it comes to like actually caring about the game.
Okay. Um, anything else
Um,
besides flip-flopping about the game? Like think a little bit deeper.
um, I don't
Because
know. I think I've just got like maybe even like an ego problem. Like
sure, that's
I
what
feel
I'm looking
like
for. So
sometimes I feel like I might have even like have power over my teammates. Like if they like if I do a bad play and I know it's bad and then I get ganged up on by 3 people, like bro,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw your reload just because I have an ego about it.
Okay, like okay, all right.
Like
And
it's
all
not really
right, and obviously
a
that's
healthy like
terrible to do,
yeah,
especially when you
yeah,
know you're wrong. Like
yeah,
we
100%.
can make a case that when you're right, it's different. But yeah. So ego. Okay, what else?
I think that's honestly I think my ego is like my
Do
biggest
you talk down on people?
um
Do you think you're
nah,
better
not
than
normally.
people?
No, no, not like I mean I'll reciprocate. Like if someone's, trying to talk down on me, trust me, I'll reciprocate that back, but not
All right.
like not
Yep.
like normally. No, I don't really think I'm
Yep.
better than the people. I don't think I'm stuck in this rank because I'm much better than everyone. I'm getting shit on by my shit teammates. Like, no, I think it's just um, I kind of just like mirror whatever I'm getting back. Like if
Sure.
someone's like passionate and they're trying and they're calming, like I feel
Yeah.
like I'll
And
reciprocate that. But
I
then
can super
yeah,
relate to this too. I was like that, I was like that, like Mega as well, where,
yeah,
if people are trying hard, I'm trying hard, the vibes are good. But once it turns like bad one time, or they
hmm
say something about me back then, maybe not so much these days, but I would just give them that same energy. And
yeah,
so you have to understand, and I know that you won't fix this problem immediately,
hmm
won't happen overnight, but why I said let's wait, let's break this down before I move on to something else, which may be mechanical, fundamental, or mental, right? More mental stuff, even though this is mental,
yeah,
is because this could be the root cause of your problems.
yeah,
I'm serious. Like I'm not
yeah.
your therapist. Okay,
No,
I have a background in psychology. I went to school and college for psychology, but I understand that the mental is really important, right?
yeah,
Valorant is a game where um, it's how you feel. If you feel good, you're gonna play good. If you feel bad or acting, behaving bad, you're probably it's gonna the results are gonna show, right? And so,
right.
um, all I want to say is that you really need to handle this now. Why? Is because if you don't, what do you think's gonna happen in 10 years, 5 years when you don't address this problem?
Only gonna get worse.
Right. It's only going to get worse and it's going to be harder to change. Does that make
Yeah,
sense? And so,
yeah,
um, I'm not joking. Like, and I don't want to be that kind of guy to, try to control your life, but you really, really need to get a handle on this, or you'll just be
yeah,
that nasty person nobody wants to play with.
yeah.
People will
100%.
lose respect for you. I've been there. Okay, that's
Yeah,
why
one thousand percent.
that's why I can tell you this through my experience. Yeah, it might be a little bit subjective, but objectively too. Would you respect somebody that's like that towards you?
No,
Or
absolutely
right,
not.
exactly. Just pure logic, common sense. And I can tell that you are somewhat can take some accountability by you saying, you know what, you're right. Right? People that can't would be like, nah, nah, man, and be defensive, but you're not. You're being open to what we're saying and talking about, which is important.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, really get a handle on it, take accountability, know where it's going wrong, and try to fix it. Okay, so let's move on. Besides the mental stuff, which you labeled as only ego is the problem, what else?
Mhm.
Let's try to think more in terms of Valorant now, mechanically, fundamentally, conceptually. What do you think are your biggest troubles?
Um, I think honestly, just like team play. Like I don't really coordinate as a team. I kind of just like
And
even if
why?
I'm playing like
Why do you
I
think
don't
that
know.
is?
I think it's just because um I I feel like when I started, I mean, I've only played this game for like a year now, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I started it like in plat and shit, like I felt like it was just me playing the game.
Right.
So I kind of got in the habit of only playing like solo and just like not really calming. I would just kind of listen to comms. Even
Sure.
on Sova, like I'm not really throwing util as much for the team, or maybe it's not great util for the team.
Right.
It's probably like 60-40 helping me more than my team.
Yep.
Um, I think that's one of my biggest problems too. Is
Okay.
like
So
even
team
on Duelist,
play.
like
Yep.
yeah,
Duelist, you
hundred
don't
percent.
entry, you don't do your role.
No, no, like I'll entry, but it'll be like I feel like the worst, not the worst time, but like I'll just pop my dash, run down main, like clear two corners, throw my smoke somewhere, and like dash out onto somebody and just like try and get a kill, and then my team won't follow up, and then it's just like and
And it
like from
just
round one, it's
snowballs
like an
from there.
instant snowball of like
Yeah, you just start
just like not
tilting and
caring. Yeah,
ego and
exactly.
just bad attitude, bad
Yeah,
behavior.
hundred
Okay.
percent.
And you know how you said team play. I said why, right? And you're
Mhm.
like, what was your answer? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, your answer was I don't know.
Yeah.
Think about that. How can you not know your own behavior or what you are doing?
Yeah, I think it's I honestly maybe I'm just like a coper, but I feel like I
Probably.
don't really pay attention to like
Not being
what I
critical.
do myself or like yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're not
Like
being
just that
critical of yourself. There is no self-assessment there. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're a terrible person, but
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how old are you?
20.
You're 20. You're young.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was 20, I was fucking retarded too. Okay, I had no logic, no emotion. So you're at least to a better start than where I started at when I was 20. I'm not joking. I was worse than you. I was super emotional. Okay, okay. If you feel like I was born like this, no, I got to this level of logic through failing,
Right.
experience, making lots of mistakes, self-assessment, being
Mhm.
critical of myself, taking a back picture and being like, you know what, that's disgusting. I can't believe I'm being like that. I
Yeah,
can't
and I
believe
used to
this. Yep,
yeah, I used to play Fortnite,
yep,
like, a lot, and I used to, like I was like, I'm gonna say tier 2, but I definitely wasn't tier 2, like, I had a
sure,
little bit of earnings, like, I was trying to go pro or whatever, but
yeah,
even then, like, it was never this bad, like, I was
yeah,
like the IGL in my trio, like, I would be
sure,
the but ever since I switched games or, like, I took a break and then I switched games, like, I took, like, a year or 2 break, switched
yep.
games over to Valorant, like, I've just been
And like you said, remember when I asked you, hey, does it get worse or you know what? You're like, it gets worse and harder to
yeah,
change. Look what happened. You what? How long was it? Like, two couple years ago, 3 years
yeah,
ago,
yeah, 2 years
and it's
ago,
getting
3.
worse. You don't even know. And that's what and before I even try to ask you why, we talked about why, okay? I already knew where it stems from. Do you know where it stems from? I know.
No idea.
Your ego, like you already mentioned.
Yeah,
Okay, my friend? That's where it stems from. You see yourself too highly. You're arrogant in that sense.
right.
Does that make sense? There's a
Yeah, yeah,
difference from being confident, having a lot of self-belief versus being arrogant and just that nature.
right.
You need to pull yourself back to reality. You, and I'm not trying to bash you. This is
No,
for
of
your
course not.
mental, okay, what I'm about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
But you are not special. I'm not
of
special.
course.
Nobody in the Discord is special unless they've done something miraculously and saved a million people or
Yeah,
you know went pro. Then I can be like, okay, they're pretty special. They're the what 0.0003 percenters. We are
right.
not. We are the average people. But
Yeah,
still, that is not an excuse to not be able to self-assess, be critical, take accountability, and move forward. Because I really hope you take this advice to heart. Because if you don't,
mhm,
I already know what's gonna happen. You don't know how many students I try to help with their mental, their behavior. What do you think happens? None of them take action.
yeah.
And then they all say the same thing you are saying. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm not retarded. All right.
Of course.
I've been there myself too. That's why I fully understand that. Okay, but um, and why we're talking about this so much is it's so fucking important, bro. Who's control of in your who is in control of your mind? You or me?
Nobody
Your
but
parent?
me.
Nobody but you. And so, if you really want to move forward in life, not in Valorant, if you want to be somebody
Mhm,
that's super respectful, is successful, this is what is needed. Traditional sports, Valorant, gaming, getting girls, business, all requires a very strong mental, not arrogance. Okay, you
right.
need to be super like on a next mental level, abundance. Okay, so
Mhm,
that's why we're breaking this down because I really hope that we can get to the root. You can get to the root cause of it and fix yourself to be a better person, so that way you can hit your goals, whether that's in Valorant or whatnot. So okay, so team play. We'll move on. Team play. What else?
um, I think one of my other biggest problems is, like I said about a snowball, like, I'll get on without warming up, and then I'll insta-Q, like, I feel like, um, whenever I do that, I just only tilt myself, and then, like, when I get on, I never warm up, like, I don't think I've ever this is my first time going in the range or, like, playing a deathmatch in, like, weeks, like, I don't ever, warm up, and I think that
Okay.
automatically just starts me on a bad start, like,
Well,
I think
yeah,
yeah,
it's like, uh, where are you from? America or Canada?
Canada.
Okay, you're from Canada. Can use any. Are you an athlete?
I was, yeah.
What did you play?
Hockey.
Hockey. Okay, that was gonna be my second example. We can use any fucking example. Do hockey players not warm up?
No.
Do they not go on
Oh,
the NHL players go on the Cindy Crosby? Wayne Gretzky, do they not go on the ice before the game and skate around, shoot?
Yeah, they
In the
do.
NFL, do you not see them pre-game with their headphones on, jogging, stretching, doing their A stretches, B stretches, C stretches? I was an American football player here in Canada. Okay, um, bro. Okay, and this is something I've said not so many times, but I'll give you an example. Okay, I saw a
Mhm.
short of, do you know Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows him. Cheetah, super fast guy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Super Bowl winner. Okay, he was on a podcast. Okay, and they asked him, Cheetah, how are you so fast, man? Why are you so good? Why are you considered the best? And he said, good question. Let me think about this. And he goes, you know what, man? It's the basics. Nobody else does the basics like me. My A skips, B skips, C skips, running, taking care of my mind. Nobody masters the basics. And if you do not master the basics, you will never be a master. Because if you can't master the easy stuff, how are you going to master the hard stuff? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's true.
And so I can already tell there's a lot of your problem is within your mind. It's not
Mhm.
physical, it's not mechanical, it's not game sense, it's not fundamental, it's not conceptual. It starts with you, my friend.
Right.
Okay, you're one of the few. I've had multiple students like you as well. I'm not comparing you, but I'm saying that it's very rare that I get students like this, but it has happened multiple times before, and it's really really important that you shift your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, like I really hope, this is coming from the bottom of my heart, okay, that today is the day you sit there and say, I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to change for the better for whatever reason. Okay, and we'll
Yeah.
kind of get into that a little bit more in a bit. But um like, because if I teach you everything, right? If I teach you how to train and routine and range and concepts and game sense, bro, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Right? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we really, as a team, you and I, need to get to the root cause. Because what will this be for if, at the end of the session you're like, yeah, thanks, bro. Thank you so much. Tomorrow you just go to being the same person.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll feel like I failed, and you will without a doubt have failed.
Yeah.
You understand it? It won't be on me.
Yeah.
I will feel like I will take some responsibility because I'm trying to help you, right? But if you go back to the same person you were, then you have failed,
Yeah, I was gonna say, even then, like, you shouldn't have to take responsibility because
right?
you tried to do what you did, and it's all
Sure.
on me to, like,
But
keep it going and, like
yeah, but I will, because in some way you're a part of my community. I am here to help you, right? I'm not here to get views and fucking clicks. I'm here
yeah.
to literally help people in my community, my students, right? And
Yeah.
so, um, and that's why I said today's the day. You get to choose which path you go. Right, which is change, become better, be humble, open-minded, or left, which is the same person that
Yeah.
you're going to be and be jaded when you're 40 years old with the same mentality, same ego, same arrogance. Okay, you
Yeah.
see how silly that is, right?
Yeah,
And so
100%.
I'm being serious. I really hope you're not just saying these things, but really thinking about what I'm saying, which I know you are. I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
reiterating and
I've already yeah, I
emphasizing.
was gonna say, I've thought about it all, like, before, so, yeah, I already know,
Right.
like
And with what you said before, it's like I've thought really hard about this question because you've probably seen me ask it a lot, right?
yeah.
And so that to me shows that it matters to you.
Yeah.
Like somebody where that didn't matter, they wouldn't even say that to me. And you see how I can see what you say really the meaning behind it, even though you don't telling me. I can tell. Why would you
Yeah.
think about this question if you didn't have some thought in towards it or feel some type of way of how you are or the things you're struggling with?
Yeah.
So that's that. Okay. But so not playing with teams, no warm up routine, which I will help you with at the end of the session. And
Okay.
like I said to what Cheetah says, okay, master the basics. If you're not mastering the basics, you're not gonna get better. Even though you feel like you can be in terms of self belief or arrogance, doesn't matter, whatever, ego, being like, you know what, I'm a good player, whatever that is. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to warm up. You know how much pros warm up, bro?
Every single one.
No, no, but do you know how much? It's not just a matter of warming up 10, 20 minutes. Do you know how much they do?
Oh, like how much time they put into it, you mean?
Sure,
Like,
or effort, not just time,
yeah,
effort
a
and time.
lot.
Bro, there are pros that go in the range 4 hours a day. Think
Yeah.
about that. 4 hours working on bullshit that nobody wants to do.
They
But
play
that's what
deathmatch for 3, like,
they play deathmatch 20 death matches a day minimum.
yeah,
Right? And if I were to ask you, what you are doing, is it enough? What would you say to me?
not even close.
Not even close. You and I included. I know it without a doubt myself as well. I'm not aim trading right
Yeah,
now. I'm not playing the game, right? So I know if I were to, try to go wherever, I'd be like, ah, not enough. And I did
yeah.
an interview with Daniel Laned Halim, tier 2 guy. I don't know if you saw that interview.
Yeah.
But, we talked about it. He said, you need to kind of think about these things that way where, is it enough? When I asked you the question, you said no. You have your answer right there. Do more.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will help you with that though, moving forward.
Mhm.
Like at the end, I'll show you. I'll give you some videos and stuff like that. I'll help you. Are you aim trading at all?
No. I have Aim Beast, Aim Labs, Kovacs, name it, bro. I
Okay.
have it, and I just
Are you
don't.
willing to, moving forward,
Um, yeah,
put
I
in
mean, I
an
think
hour a day?
yeah, I was gonna say, I think that me queuing ranked with no warm up or anything is like the biggest waste of time
Yeah.
because instead of queuing ranked for 4 hours and tilting and doing nothing in those
Right,
4 hours,
bro.
I
Yeah,
would rather be playing Kovacs for 2 and Deathmatch for 2 and then end it
bro.
there.
If
Like,
you spent 3 out of the 4 hours training and played one game a day, your progress would be better than where it is now. That
yeah, I might
is
have to do that low key.
100%. I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying train that much, but what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, but
saying is
yeah, I
what
know it's
you're doing and what an adjustment to what you can do. It will already be a big improvement in your results. Does that make
right.
sense? What you
Yeah.
want, right? So, that's how you have to think about it. All right, let's move on. What else? Kind of you're struggling. Let's lay it all down. We can take as long as we can. No rush.
hmm Um, sorry, say that first part again. What was my what?
No, no. So let's move on. Like, what else you kind of are having trouble with, struggling, not doing.
Um,
So we have right now not team playing, no warm up routine, okay,
mhm.
and then ego is mental. So what else?
um, I think that's it. Like, I feel like the team play seems very like general, but it's like everything about team play. I don't calm. I don't
So
coordinate with the
so so
team.
so so
Like,
that's the more information I want. No communication.
mhm.
Okay.
I
What
don't
else?
like coordinate anything with my team ever.
Okay.
Like, I
No
literally
no
just
planning. No
no.
calling. Right.
Um, yeah,
What else?
I don't know what else. Honestly, I feel like
Try,
that's like
try though. I won't take. I don't. I feel like that's not good enough, because again, you're not
okay.
self-assessing. You need to sit here with me, and being like, this is what's wrong with my game. Maybe not just your mental, but just your game. I don't communicate. I don't call. I don't try. I don't throw smokes down properly. My peeking sucks. My mechanics suck. That's what I want, so I can get
Okay.
a
Okay.
better understanding of you and see
Okay.
if that's
So
true.
I feel like my thought process in
Okay,
game is
good.
fine, but I never actually like execute on it. Like I already know how I should play things or
Right.
how I should like react to situations and I just never actually do it. I feel like
Yep.
if I peek mid 4 times in a row and this guy sits there every time and I peek the same angle, like obviously he's gonna wait for me with an op
Right.
there.
But you
I
still
know
do
he's
it.
there. I still do it
Yep,
every
yep,
round.
yep. So you have good thought processes. You know what is good and bad, but you don't
Mhm.
apply that. You don't trust your gut. And do you know what this word I'm gonna use is called? With this
Mm,
definition you just told me, and I'll try to not give you the answer, which is, I know it's bad. I know I shouldn't do. I know I should do this, but I'm not gonna do it. Do you know what the word kind of is? A huge word that is really big. Okay, that will like
um
blow your mind a little bit. Try. If not, it's all good.
um I can't really think of like the word like the actual word to describe it. Like I
And
don't
I'll
know the.
I'll just tell you. Okay,
Mhm.
it's called discipline.
Oh yeah, I lack discipline heavy.
Yeah, I can tell by just this conversation. And I'm not saying you're a bad person. Okay,
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying I can smell that off you by you saying that. Wait, I peaked mid 4 times. I know I shouldn't do it again, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You lack discipline.
Yeah.
And discipline doesn't stem from you gaming. Sometimes, like just strictly gaming, some that's very rare. That'll probably be the exception to the rule. Discipline comes from your life. If you are not disciplined in life, you will not be disciplined in as simple as playing a game. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
right.
And I don't want to get into your personal life, but I can tell, right? The same thing with
Yeah.
consistency. If you are not consistent in the game, it means your life isn't consistent. You probably don't make your bed, brush your teeth, go for a run, work out, take care of your body, eat properly, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, and I know that because I've experienced it too. I've been there too. Okay, this is how I can, kind of talk to you about these things and relate. It's because it's through my experience as well, but I've seen it through everybody else as well. It's kind of subjective in my eyes, but overall, when I think about it, it's still objective, right?
Yeah.
So, um, discipline.
Yeah,
Discipline
and I
is it?
also
Yep.
think
Go ahead.
um like in gaming sense, like discipline and passion I think go hand to hand. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Right.
if you're not in the mood to play, like you're going to have no discipline at all. Like I feel like that's like
Exactly. Yeah.
if I'm in there and I'm have bad mental and I'm tilt queuing, my discipline
Yeah.
instantly goes out the window cuz like I said I'm just going to swing mid. I know it doesn't work, but I don't really
Right.
care and I don't really
Yeah. And
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's always gonna affect your results. Right? Because if I were to ask you, do you want to stay stuck, Diamond Bro? What would you say? No. Simple,
Yeah,
right? Nobody does. And we
right.
haven't got there yet about talking about your goals. We will, but I already know that that's not your goal, and so it always needs to come back to that. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. What else? Let's keep going. I think this is really good. Okay. So,
Um
so I'll kind of refresh your mind. We got not team playing, no warm up slash routine, no communication, no planning slash calling. Thought processes are good, but doesn't apply. No discipline.
And one more thing about the calling thing, like
Yep.
I feel like I could calm, like I know exactly how to calm, I know how to like do all of it, and I still like just don't like I said, the discipline just isn't there for me to even like
Right.
try it. Like I know like the perfect way to calm. I know how I want my teammates to calm to me, and
Right.
I just don't really follow that
Yep.
same
And I think
like
that's
blueprint.
what happens when not you, but somebody is not disciplined. They can't take action. They don't know what they become lost because there's
Mhm.
some not insecurity, but they're just like there's it's like they don't know, right? So
Yeah,
um yeah. This is like really key things you got to work on. I'm telling you right now. Okay, what else?
yeah.
Let's try to think. Do you more like aim mechanics? Do you feel like they're good?
I feel like some days where I play for like 4 games, like I have no warm up, so it's
Yep.
hard to like judge, but
Yep.
every time I start off the day, I'm always horrible, but then the more
Sure.
I play,
Right.
obviously, like I feel
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. And why do you
So
think
like
that is? Super easy. It's not
just
hard
because
to.
I'm warmed up, I've been
Yeah,
playing, I'm
exactly.
ready,
Right.
I'm warm.
It's the
Yeah,
same. It's the same thing if we put that into traditional sports terms or gaming or whatever. It's because you're
yeah,
warmed up. And
yeah.
I'll ask you, is aiming a physical thing or a mental thing? Which it is both, but which one is
I
it?
was gonna
Does it
say,
lie to more? Is it
I would have
heavy?
said mental,
You're saying
personally.
you're saying it leans more towards mental. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would think so, like, for me
Okay,
personally.
interesting. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that you are wrong. It
Mhm.
leans towards physical, right? How do we
Yeah.
aim? Do we aim by looking with our eyes and the mouse moves by itself? Or do we
No, no.
move it with our hand, our wrists, our
Your wrist, your
forearms,
arm.
our delts, our lats, our neck, our shoulders, our traps?
Yeah.
It's literally half our body. Some of it's our core too, to some degree, right?
Mhm.
Our muscles are intertwined that way. They're a system, right? And then obviously that's why I said it's not just mental or just physical because there's a mental side of aiming too. If you're not confident, scared, sitting in a corner, feel like you can't kill the guy, you're never gonna kill him, right?
Yeah.
But if you feel confident, you've trained yourself, you know your capabilities, okay, you've improved upon it, you've seen your improvement, you're you're gonna just fucking shit on people, right?
Yeah,
And I've
right.
experienced this firsthand. When I was first kind of improving, when I was Immortal 1, going to Immortal 3, I had this mental. My aim was good mechanically, physically. I was flicking everybody all the time, but like the mental side was like I'm just like scared. I feel like they're shitting on me. I feel like I can't kill them, and I could never kill them, right? But
Yeah.
once I was in my peak, I trained twice a day, and I trained so much that I knew myself. I was like, I was so confident in being able to shit on people. I didn't care who they were. I shat on them. Right.
Yeah.
So there's that mental side too. So you need to switch that where it's actually leans physical, but then there's 20% mental. Okay. So
Right.
that's that. But I like your answer because most people come to me and they go, "Oh my God, my aim is so bad, so bad, so," and their aim is actually really good, and everything else is a problem. But
Right.
how do you feel about your positioning, movement,
Um, I
decision
think my
making?
movement was a problem for like a really long time when I first started, and then I think just like subconsciously I turned that like shooting error on, and I just like sort of just got used to like strafing in between my shots and stuff. So I feel like my movement is probably better than um my positioning. Um,
Okay, so yeah,
I just feel like, I mean, even my positioning, I don't think it's horrible. Like I know how to play off angles. I know that like if I get jump spotted somewhere, I feel like I know that this guy might wide swing me, so I need to
right,
hold my crosshair farther. I need to take 2 steps out to play an off angle on him. Like I feel like I know that kind of stuff. But
right.
yeah,
And with your answer, we can break it down. You said, "Well,
Mhm.
I feel like I know," and the key word is "I feel."
Yeah, right,
You don't know 100%, and that to me translate that you do not apply what you know.
right,
Like you said earlier, right?
Mhm.
I know this is good. I know this is bad. I know how to do it, but I don't take action. It's because you lack
Yeah,
discipline. There's maybe a little, not a lot, a little egos involved and stuff like that, etc., etc.
Mhm.
But um, I always tell my students, make sure that you are applying knowledge, not knowing. What the fuck? What's the point of knowing if you're not gonna do it? What's the
yeah,
point
right,
of being knowing how to do surgery on somebody, but you're not a surgeon? What's the point?
yeah,
You get my
yeah,
point?
right,
You see how silly that is? What's the point
yeah,
of knowing how to drive a car, but you never drive? It's like,
yeah,
what the? You might as well never learn and just, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah,
kind of switch that mental there by being like, okay,
Mhm.
trust, and it's a little bit of like feeling involved too. You got to be intuitive, instinctual a little bit. That's through experience. Intuitive is like you kind of gain a lot of knowledge and experience where it becomes second nature. But
Mhm.
yeah, um, switch that a little bit. Switch your train of thought because it's gonna get worse if you're like that and you
Yeah.
don't apply what you know. Like you're never gonna apply anything in your life or in Valorant. Okay, so um, that's that. Okay, I think that's enough information for me in terms of what you're struggling with. It's pretty good. Um,
All right.
let's move on. So, how many hours are you playing in Valorant a day, weekly? Be specific. I don't want to hear some
Um,
bullshit answer.
Yeah, so daily is random, but I feel like my weekly probably evens it out to like an average per week. Like every some days like I'll play like 4 games
Sure, just
and
give
then
me
some
weekly
days
then. Just give me weekly if
like
daily is the word.
mm, probably like a solid 30 hours like a week, like at least.
That's a fuck ton of hours. That's a full time job, my friend.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and I want to ask as well. How long have you been diamond? You said you've been playing for a year. Okay,
Yeah.
where's the wall? Where did you like hit a rank where you like could not go up? Is it right now?
Yeah, yeah. Like this
Okay,
is like I started plat and I climbed to like diamond 3 like insta,
yeah,
and
and
then
you're just
I've
stuck
been
there
diamond
permanently.
3, ascendant 1. I almost got ascendant 3, but
Yeah,
that was like that was like
and
50 more hour away, and then
how
I just go
long?
back down
How
to
long
diamond.
has the wall been here?
Um, probably honestly, like almost the entire time I've been playing, like almost a year now.
Okay. And obviously, I think where you are is not so bad. Like being a diamond three, ascendant one, ascendant two, it's not bad. Okay, like I'm not
Mhm.
saying it's low. Okay, but because a lot of players want to be in that elo where they're like silver or gold plan, they're stuck down there. So you're kind of ahead of
Yeah,
those guys. Um, but the problem to me is that if you have that potential to be here within so short of time, like it should progress. No, you should be like
yeah,
immortal within that year,
yeah,
in my
100%.
eyes. Like that's how I look at it. Some guy asked me on the stream the other day. He's like, "Oh, I got gold in 6 months. Do you think that's good enough? Good enough?" I was like, I think that's pretty good, reasonable." Some
And
people
then
are stuck for 4 years, but I told him like, bro, like, I feel like somebody that puts in a lot of effort, a lot of time, focusing on the right thing. Okay, the mental, whatever, fundamental, conceptual, mechanical. They'll get to immortal in fucking 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
so and trust me, I know I've been on this journey too, where I was stuck in diamond as well. But do you know how I move past these walls? Very simple. Try
you
to answer
just
it.
like I feel like you just work like when you notice like the things that you do, like your weakest points, if you
Yeah,
focus on that the most, like
yeah,
that's where you snowball.
bingo. That's where it start. That's where you get exponential growth, is when you
Hmm.
start focusing on the small little details that people don't focus on. They just die and they complain. Die,
Yeah,
complain. When you die, you need to be like, okay, why did this is my thought process personally. I go, fuck, what happened? Okay, this happened. Okay, I was out in the
yeah,
open. Okay, I was too tight. Okay, it was too predictable the way I was gonna swing in terms of timing. Okay, I gotta do this next time. Maybe I should position myself different. I literally lay down like 50 options in my brain off one decision I made that was bad. You understand?
yeah,
Whether that's
and that
calling, positioning. Yep, go ahead.
yeah, sorry, I didn't want to cut you
No,
off,
no,
but
you're
that
good.
kind of reminded me that like when I first started playing,
Yeah,
I was kind of doing that, and then
yeah.
I feel like I may have like gotten too comfortable being where I'm at, and now like
Mm-hmm.
I've been TikTok brained. Like I'll die and I'll
Right.
insta tab out, and just like watch YouTube or like,
Yeah, and
and then
that's a
halfway through like pre-game, I'll buy my guns and then tab back in and just play
right.
that, and then if I die again, I'm tab back out watching Netflix or something
Yeah.
stupid. Like it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad, and I can already tell that you have ADHD because you need to go in the range and jump around and shoot
Oh,
around
sorry,
while we're talking. No, no,
sorry.
no, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying
Okay.
that to me shows that you get easily distracted.
Yeah,
No? Am I
yeah.
wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. You can tell
Oh
me if I'm
no,
wrong.
no, you are right.
Right. I don't even know you. Okay. Yeah, I know you through my community. Like, I talk to you a lot in the
Mhm.
chat, but I don't know you personally. Right? How do I
Yeah,
know these things? I was once there too. I had,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't believe me. Like, I've been through so much, but um, that's a problem. I had also
yeah,
a problem where I could not fucking lock in. Like, the game had to go my way for me to lock in, if that makes sense. Like we would have
yeah,
to be 8-0 for me to be trying hard. We're
yeah,
losing, I just like give up mentally. I've
yeah,
been there
yeah. I
too.
feel that.
You know that feeling. We can probably
Yeah,
relate to that, right? And
yeah,
so that to me is actually an issue with focus. You need to be locked in.
yeah,
There's a natural supplement you can take that's called L-tyrosine. It's very cheap. It's $12 for like 2-3 months supply. It's natural.
100%.
It's all natural. It's not a enhancing drug or anything. It comes from like meats and stuff like that. It
Yeah,
helps with the focus in the brain. You can also take like neurogum, shit like that. I probably would not recommend that stuff. I would just,
yeah.
you can even take creatine. You know that, right? You know that helps with focus, mental focus, right?
Does it?
Yeah, ATP, stuff like that. So, creatine is very good. It's natural, comes from meats, stuff like
Mhm.
it's 100% natural, so it's not a drug enhancing or anything like that. So,
Yeah,
you can start there if you're having super super ADHD because I had ADHD too. Like a teacher, I'd be in school, teacher talks to me like I cannot focus to what they're saying. I just wanted to wander off and just fiddle and play. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
yeah,
that's also an issue. But what you said prior as well is that, you know how you said in the beginning I was being critical. I was
mhm.
improving and I just got comfortable. Okay, that kind of
Yeah,
stems from the mental side where it's like ego, maybe arrogance, thinking too highly of yourself, whatever. There's probably more than what we're saying. There's probably a lot involved that combinate together where it like holds you really back, right?
right.
So, um, that's that. All right, so you play 30 hours a week, just pretty much playing comp, right? No
Yeah,
DMs, no
that's
range
it.
routine. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, no worries. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is going to be, okay, I'm going to ask you, try to be as specific as you can be. I want the big goal. You probably already heard me ask this. It's going to be, what is it you want from Valorant? What
Yeah,
are your goals? The big dream.
um,
Don't give me the small one. Like, I want to be
I
Ascendant
was
3.
gonna say, I don't think, super far ahead, like, I could sit here and, like, say that I wanna be Radiant, but, like, I don't
Sure.
think that far ahead, like,
And
as someone who's
why?
been Hearthstone Diamond 3 and because I feel like this could be, like, like, me stroking my ego, but I feel like I'm more of, like, a realist than, like a dreamer, I guess, like, I feel like I need to work like, of course, there's so much that I need to work on before I get to anywhere close to like even immortal before
Yeah,
like I
I
think I
agree.
need to focus on what I need to work on now rather than things that would get me to radiant or like immortal. Like obviously my end goal would be like top 500 like radiant, but like
Do
I
you
I think in like
feel
short blocks like
like you're not able to do it?
um no, I feel like I would definitely be able to do it.
Right. So then
I
what's the
just
problem with you being like, "Hey, this is what I want."
there's no I don't know, there's no real problem with it, I guess. I feel like I just I think smaller before bigger so that once I
Sure.
reach that, then I can go, okay, well, now maybe I need to do this and then reach Immortal 3. And then from there, I
Yeah.
can go, okay, well, now I spend the next 6 months doing this and then going to Radiant. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think
Okay.
super
And
grinding.
I we'll break this down a little bit, okay? I agree. Okay, I feel
Mhm.
like if you're too delusional in the dream, it's bad, obviously.
Yeah.
If you're just like, I want to, but you know what I'm saying? Like like it's too big, right?
Yeah.
But I also feel like if you're not thinking ahead is also bad
Right.
because you have no purpose.
You sort of limit yourself if you
Don't
think too
exactly.
short.
Don't you want to like for example, this is just like a not you example, but don't you want to know how much, money you can make in the future
Yeah, of course.
in
You
terms
always
of
want to go.
career? Don't you want
Yeah.
to know what your family could look like? The
Yeah. You're not
life,
thinking of making 70 grand a year. You're trying to
right.
think of making 200 or like, yeah.
Not can you not think about the life you want to live with your family, the wife you want,
Nah, I can. Yeah, you're
the
right.
type of father you will be?
Yeah.
Right? Do you understand where I'm getting with this? Obviously, we're not talking
Yeah.
about being a father, but do you understand that example? Right?
Hmm.
Can you not think about the type of partner, the type of son, the type of player, the type of whatever? That it's endless, right?
Yeah.
And so, why I asked this question, it's really important. If you have no big dreams, there is no purpose. Obviously, you and I, will work on the small goals together. No?
Hmm.
Whether with or without me, I will try my best in this session or whatever. You can kind of, I feel like you're with the baby steps thing. You're quite good with that. It seems like, um,
Hmm.
but a lot of the times in my experience, why people don't want to dream this big dream or have this big goal is because they're scared of failure. They
Right.
feel like if I set this big goal and I don't make it, what's the point of thinking about that? But
Right.
you need to think about that in order for you to get there. It's like a good delusion, like a good
Yeah.
self-belief.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There's good
Yeah.
ego and bad ego. People don't understand that ego. Everyone thinks ego is bad. No, there's good ego and bad ego. Okay?
Hmm.
So, and I wouldn't even consider it ego too much. I would actually consider it more like self-belief, right?
Right.
You gotta believe that you can do it, and when you believe you can do it, you set these big goals. And I'm not saying all in on the big dream, because I've been there too, where I obsess over the big dream, but I don't take the small actions, right?
Hmm.
So and so that's why I was like, I agree with you. You're correct. I understand your perspective. It is valid, the thought processes, but you need to shift it a little bit where there's a balance with both. I have a big dream, and these are the small goals that are going to lead me there. And when I have the big dream, you always bring it back to your purpose, the big dream.
Right.
When you aim train, when you play, when you put 30 hours in a week, it needs to go back to your goal. Because if you don't, what do you think will happen?
You just stay where you're at. You're
You
at
stay
your
where you at, or you'll either will just quit or not continue the path towards your dream, your goal.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, um, you and I, right now, we will develop this big dream now. And that's why I said, give me the big one. Small goals are easy to kind of go through. You can do that by yourself. Obviously, we can do
Hmm.
that together as well. But the big goal is what everyone struggles with because your answer to me shows what your purpose is. By you saying, I don't know, I don't want to set a big goal. You're scared. There's fear.
Yeah.
There's no purpose. You're lost. Okay,
Yeah.
there's some students where like this is what I want, and I say, love your answer. I respect that so much. Now start taking the small steps towards that goal. Do you understand?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you're on the opposite spectrum where it's like you're only worrying about the small goal, the small steps, but small steps to where? Off the cliff, into
Yeah.
space,
Yeah.
to
Right.
your goal, into the graveyard. We don't. What the fuck does that? You know what I'm saying? There's no
Yeah.
path. And so that's why it's really important, and that's why I'm so hard on students at this question to being like, be specific, be detailed, tell me the big dream, even if it's fucking delusional. Tell me it.
Right.
Okay, so we'll do that right now. What and before we go, a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to say I want to go pro, but that's what I want because it's so general. Everybody wants it. I don't give a fuck. It's
Yeah.
specific enough to you that you know what you want. And so that's what I'll say. That's what we're going to do. So, what is the big goal? Dream. And don't use motivation. Just really dig deep right now and be like, this is what I want from Valorant.
Well, when I was playing Fortnite, my goal was 1000% to be a pro,
Right.
and then like I kind of played for like 3 4 years, never reached it, and moved on. And
Yeah.
then like I feel like I could say that for Valorant, but I don't know if that's actually my goal or not. Like I'm not even really sure
Sure.
where I'm at. Like I know for a fact that I want to be like the best rank. Like I can't stand playing a game and just being like
Right. Me too.
decent. Like I don't want to be
Yeah.
like
Okay, so
playing
maybe
comp and
I'll just break it down for you then. Do you want to be a pro in Valorant? You need to decide now. It's important you do it today, not be like I don't know. Okay, you're gonna put it off forever.
yeah,
Do
low
you
key.
want to be pro? Today is the day you change for the better towards your goal, or you be the same Anave you want to be.
Um,
Decide now.
fuck, bro. I
But
mean,
but you see how scary it is, right? Because
yeah,
you know if you say I want to be pro, it's a huge fucking commitment. You
yeah, it
know
is.
that. And that's what I'm telling you. You need to know. Decide today, right now. What is it you want? And obviously, what we decide today is not in stone. You can change this.
Yeah,
But it's really important that you make that decision now so you don't waste time. Just because you're young doesn't mean you can just fucking sit around jerk off all day. All right?
yeah,
Like I did.
yeah,
I'm not joking. I wasted 10 years of my life chasing dreams and goals, failing, failing, failing. And that's why
yeah,
I don't want you to go through that same process because you will learn the hard way where you'll look back 10 years in time and be like, fuck, I regret it. And it eats at you for the
yeah,
rest of your life. Think about that.
yeah,
That's worse than actually achieving your goal. It's
yeah.
failure.
It is.
Think about it. And obviously, you'll learn from that as well down the line or whatever. It really depends on the person. But let's make a decision.
Um, as of right now, I would probably say just like my end goal would be Radiant. Like I don't
Okay,
think I would
good. So we can
care about like
throw that in the
going pro.
bag for now.
Yeah,
But still, I don't like your answer. I'll be really honest. You're like, for
yeah.
now. I want a definitive answer right now.
I
Okay?
think it's hard
But
to think about when I
yeah,
still lack the passion to even want to like to
sure.
to become better. Like I'm
Right.
literally just queuing to queue. Like I
Yeah.
feel like it's hard to try and put
Yeah. And I can understand
like a
that.
big label on it when I'm not even like
And again, that comes down to your discipline though and your mental,
yeah.
right? You don't
Like in a month from now, if I
no
apply
passion.
everything well, or like 2 months from now, and I peak a new rank, and then I'm like enjoying my time again, and I'm having a fucking blast, and I'm loving the game, I'm having fun, having loving life. Like maybe my mind would change. I'd be like, damn, maybe I could see myself
But
trying to
even
be
then,
pro.
I wouldn't want you to use that because feelings are fleeting. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
Feelings go
temporary.
away. And that's what I'm saying. Make that decision now so you don't have feelings where they come and go. You just like, I'm gonna fucking double down, work hard every day, train, aim train, range, and work towards my goal. So you don't waste time, my friend.
All right, nah, you're right. Fuck it, bro. Think big, bro. I'm gonna go pro, bro.
Right.
Fuck it.
And I think it's fine even if you fail. You need to understand it too. Okay?
Yeah,
Why? You know that saying, shoot for the stars, you land where?
back on the ground. I don't know.
No. You shoot for the stars, you land on the moon. Do you understand what that quote means?
You shoot for the you shoot if you shoot for the stars, you're gonna land a little bit like
Below. You may not hit
low.
what you
Yeah,
want, but maybe you'll be higher than what you were wanting prior
that's
to
true.
to
Yeah.
you deciding to go pro. Do you
I can
understand that,
if I
Dub?
think I wanna go pro or if, like, I feel like I wanna go pro, I can put all the effort in and then end
Right.
up being
Ma-
radiant and, like
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, and then maybe there'll be other doors there. And it's not
yeah, right.
so much of a failure. Do you understand? But by you
Yeah,
being like, wait, but I don't know, man. Like, oh my God, and then you just stay the same way you are, like you'll
yeah,
just be Ascended 3 or Immortal
yeah,
1. Do you
yeah,
understand? You kind of get what I'm saying there?
100%,
Right?
yeah.
And so that's why it's important that you have these big goals because even if you fail, you will land on the moon.
Right.
You'll fall short. A lot of people do. The odds are against you. 0.00001% to be Radiant Pro. Okay? But
Yeah.
maybe even if you had that dream though, even though the odds are against you, maybe you'll be a Mortal 3, 400 or 500 with the same true skill.
Right.
And then whatever, there's other whatever. We're kind of theory crafting at that point, where other
Yeah.
options can open. Whatever you can choose what to do at that point. But do
Hmm.
you understand that mentality there?
Yeah.
And
100%.
so that's something um, I would like you to kind of think about. But so sorry. Did you choose to go big, or are you?
Nah, I think even you just saying that kind of like changed my mental a little bit. Like I feel
Sure.
like even just like lacking the discipline in small areas of my life makes it
Yeah,
hard to like
it
build
does.
it
Yeah,
everywhere else.
and you
So,
and discipline will help you actually gain more passion
yeah.
because when you're disciplined, for example, doing the things you don't want to do, wake up and work. Who the fuck wants to wake up and do workouts every day to get jacked?
Yeah.
But those guys do it because they understand that the end result, the process in which they hit their goals, is everything.
Yeah.
It gives them it changes their mind. Don't you understand that? Like in terms of,
Mhm.
think about a fat guy. I've used this example a lot lately. A fat guy versus a guy that was also fat but got super jacked, or he
Yeah.
just got jacked in 5 years, six pack, everything, versus a fat guy. Is the mental different between those two?
Yeah.
Completely different. The guy that's jacked, his mental, he's so confident, he loves himself, he loves life, he gets bitches. No, the fat guy's sitting at home jerking off, eating potato chips, can't even get a girl. You
Yeah.
understand? And so,
Yeah.
why this is important? Because it's gonna give you the results you want, if that makes
Right.
sense. Or you sit around like the fat guy, complain, ego, no discipline, stay the same.
Mhm.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Obviously, I care to some degree because I wouldn't want you to do that, even though I don't know you on a personal level. I'm that type of person. I don't
Right.
feel hate towards people or being like, I want that guy to be fat. No, I say, all the best to you. Good luck. I
Yeah.
hope you hit your goals, no matter whatever that is. So I'm kind of glad, and why usually I don't spend this much time talking because they usually don't have this many like mental issues,
Mhm.
basic fundamental stuff. So I think it's important that we work these things out because, like I
Yeah.
said, if we just imagine if I just said, "How much time do you play?" You're like 30 hours. I'm like, "Oh, what's your goal?" You're like, I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, let's go into a game." And then you play a game. We break down the notes. I just send you, kick you in the ass, send you off. Like, would you
Yeah.
feel like there's any value there of me helping you? Probably not. And
Not
I
as much. Yeah.
understand this is your root problem. Like, I, without a doubt, hands down, I'll put my fucking computer house on it, my dad's house on it. Okay, I don't own a house. My dad does, but you understand? Like,
Yeah.
and with the conversation we're having, I think it's accurate, pretty accurate at least. You even agreed with a
Mhm.
lot of what I'm saying, so that's why we're breaking it down. It's important. Start thinking about these things I told you. Shift your mind,
Mhm.
and like I said, today's the day. You get to choose which path you go
Yeah.
down. Okay, it's really
Yeah.
difficult to change. It's uncomfortable, but once you start the process, it's very easy, and you will
I was gonna
see
say I think
results.
the first 10% is harder than
Of
the
course.
last
Getting
30%.
started
Like,
is
yeah.
harder than maintaining it, then improving upon it, then getting to where you
Mhm.
want it to in terms of mentally,
Yeah.
physically, mechanically, fundamentals in terms of Valorant,
Yeah.
conceptually. No?
I
That
agree.
that bro, that's 95 fucking percent of people's problem is they cannot even start the progress of improvement. They're so stuck in their ways. I don't know. It's and
Mhm.
usually, in my experience, it's environmental. A lot of it is learned through their parents, trauma, etc., etc. Okay,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's that. So today's the day. You got to think about it like that. Today is the day.
Yeah.
Okay, and mark my words. Everything we talked about will come to fruition, whether you go left or right. Okay,
Right.
so that's that. That's all the questions I have. I think this is really important for you specifically. That's why I'm on this note like this. But that's that. So let's move on. Let's queue up a game. Let's
All right.
play. I'll write down notes in this game. We'll start focusing on more non-mental stuff. Even though there'll be stuff there, we'll be starting to focus on your mechanics,
Yeah.
fundamentals, conceptually, stuff like that, situational stuff. Okay,
Okay.
and then hopefully, we break this down. You can get some good information on where to start, what to do in terms of how to improve, things to
Hmm.
think about, your thought processes, logic, and then start hitting your goal, moving towards what you want. Okay,
Yeah.
it's always got to stem back there. Ask yourself every day, bro. Like, you play, what am I doing this for? Why am I playing 30 hours a week? My goal. I want to
Yeah.
be radiant. Okay, I want to be whatever. Okay, and this is not a Valorant skill, by the way, by you doing that. You can apply this to life, by the way. One time
Yeah.
I applied this so hard to a guy, he quit Valorant, and he goes, when you told me what I want in life, I realized Valorant's not what I want in life. I want to be successful, and he's starting to work towards that in life. Think about that. It
Yeah.
like it's not a gaming thing. This is a life thing to
Yeah. It's like,
assess
yeah.
yourself in. So, and that's where I got it. It's not from Valorant. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Do you want me to sit here and play like my heart is like? Do you want me to play normally, or do you want me to play
Uh,
like I'm
I
improving?
definitely would
Like I
tell
already
you.
had comms off
Right,
the
right.
second I joined the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
game.
So
Like,
what I'm gonna so usually you see my sessions where usually the first session when they're new, I don't talk to them, and then you know after the game we break it down, and then you've seen how some sessions I talk to them in between, even if it's their first round, right?
yeah.
I think we have to go the route where we don't talk. I don't help you adjust in real time. I want to
Hmm.
see the true you. Don't hold back. Just kind of just pretend I'm not here. It's not a time
Okay.
for you
Play
to
like
show
I.
off. You know what I'm saying? Just
Okay.
right. I want to get a good assessment, not just um, see you show out for me just because we're on stream, I'm coaching,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
just want to put a front up and show the best version of yourself. I think that to me is like the biggest ick, not you,
Hundred
but
percent.
where
Yeah.
people like show their best and I've done that too a lot. That's why I understand how disgusting it is. You're hiding something, right? And so,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Anyways, that's that. So,
I was gonna even say like when you told me to like make sure I'm warmed up well before, I was like, yeah, I,
right,
I can, but then that doesn't show like even the true like.
right, exactly, and that's fine,
So
and
like
I can
played like
respect that.
two death matches. I was like, all right,
Sure,
like
sure.
this is more than I've
All
ever
good.
done. Like,
All
yeah.
good. Okay. So that's that. So we won't talk. I'm gonna write notes and then I'll see you after the game.
All right.
Okay.
All right, bet.
Good
Yep.
luck.
Thank you.
Chat, I'll ask questions right now. You guys can ask questions. We're not responding to rage baiting comments from Kai on the stream. Okay. We are ignoring rage baiting from Kai. He's the worst rage bait. L rage bait. Do you feel like this rage bait will affect me? You know that meme, sir? It's not gonna work, buddy. Oh my god, Kai, man, bro, you got nothing to do on a Sunday but rage bait. God damn, bro, you need God, man. One out of 10 rage bait. Yeah, I know, Kai. You know I'm rage baiting you back, man. That's all. It is Sunday. It's God's day, bro. Can we just like leave rage baiting out of Sunday? Like, do it every other day but Sunday. You know, like, come on, man.
Spike planted.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Fuck, I might have to go turn the AC on. It's so hot in my room. Holy shit.
Last player
Rage bait
standing.
free Sundays. Yeah, that should be a thing. Okay, if you guys have anything you guys notice, I'm gonna try to lock in here. But if you guys have
Still can't
anything,
get over
input,
that
stuff like
asshole
that,
though.
I'll definitely
It's
take a
so
look.
cute. Why
If
is
I've
it
missed
so
something,
cute?
we can even talk about it together. So I think we're gonna go with the 5 categories today. We won't go round by round breakdown. We will be going through comms, aim, utility usage, movement slash positioning, mental slash game sense for 'em. And then we'll break them all down in the custom game. I should probably get ready to log in as well. They're on eco anyway, so it's not gonna matter. Oh, oops, sorry guys.
Two tiles.
Okay, his aim's one tapping. All right, all right. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Yeah, I had a guy in the comments being like, "Yo, you tab out too much." I'm like, "Bro, I do it like here and there when I need to, bro." That was on YouTube. I was like, "Bro, leave me alone." I like the dig. Bye. It shows he's confident in mechanics. I mean, even that one tap, it was nice. I mean, it could lead to them winning this round. This Yoru needs to be careful here. You ever played Overwatch? Like briefly, Kai. Briefly, like I probably less than 50 hours, maybe.
One enemy remaining.
Maybe a little
Spike
more. I
down
probably have less
A.
than 100 hours in that game. I couldn't really tell you, like specifically, cause yeah, I play for
30
fun
seconds
with my
left.
cousin, stuff like that. These guys probably lurking on mid, no? Oh, his cat. Oh, nice.
Your
Good
biggest
eco.
mistake was that you pissed me off.
Are you playing Overwatch now, Kai? Is that why you're asking me this question?
Keep this momentum.
Ah, my arm. Ow. Bruh. Okay, last tab out, I swear. Okay. Some random guy. I've been streaming Dead by Daylight. Ooh, cool. Yo, send me your stream, I'll watch it, bro. I wanna rage bait you how you rage bait me on stream. I wanna see. A girl? What the fuck? That's probably a bit too loud.
On me.
I mean, crosshair placement's not bad. For a guy that never warms up or aim trades.
Oh, they smoked my blood up.
Reloading.
There's one mid lane.
Well, I mean, it's just my usual. I was live this morning. True, true. No, no,
There,
yeah,
okay.
but like, I don't follow you, so
Sitting there.
just send me your Twitch. I'll watch when you're live, bro. I'll come support.
I can't get the wall.
Yo, Parks, I started playing CSGO. This shit way too hard compared to Vite. Yep, super harder. I love Counter-Strike. I always go back here and there to play for fun. Love it. Brings me back memories. I used to play a lot of 1.6. Seems like a Vandal player.
Reloading.
Only one
Vandal
on site.
player.
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
He's a one-tapper. It's pretty good.
Shock dart.
Oh, was that important?
Pick something
Mechanically,
nice.
Counter-Strike harder. Well, I mean, I think Counter-Strike's harder in all departments. Game sense, mechanics, map knowledge, decision-making, positioning. Valorant is so... These angles on Valorant are so easy, bro. Compared to Counter-Strike. Off angles, too. Counter-Strike off angles are just next level. Like, you can't even see them. Like, here, you can see them. I find CSGO boring. Yeah, it's just old, that's why. Like, it's been around for so long. It's like, it's like, you know. I think that's why a lot of people play Valorant. It's just like new.
Oh, smoke.
Yeah, Val is just so util heavy that too.
No peeking.
Which shouldn't be the case. Precise gameplay, boys.
Reloading.
Okay, right off the bat, it's communications. No communications.
Decoy.
Precise gunplay, by the way. Yep.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Logs, buddy.
Down.
Logs, buddy. One stairs, logs.
On target.
No peeking.
Revealing area. There they are.
I got to plat and I'm level like 30, and I think I could have got much higher to one. And what, in Counter Strike?
They think themselves are equals. They are mistaken.
Ain't that the first one they got through? No.
No. I think that
Did they get through the first
Not
round?
Val. Oh.
I think from first round they haven't been through B. They've been through B a lot, man.
Yeah, Kai. I mean, you don't play the game, so it's like.
Did they go B the first round? If not,
Yeah,
that'd be-
I noticed he's a one-tapper, Vandal player. Pretty good. He's got pretty good crosshair placement and angle holding.
Fuck. Nice.
Uh-oh. Top mid, one coming top.
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining. Team Ace.
Okay.
Real
This guy is ADHD, yeah, bro.
outside of this gig.
I don't know, man.
As many day-to-day benefits as you think.
Bro, it is so hot in my room. I need to go turn the AC on real quick. Like, what are we doing? Hold on, I'll be back.
Track them down.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Top mid, top mid. I'm gonna leave you, Jet. Getting over.
My ult's ready.
I had to open my door. Shit was too hot. I don't want to turn the AC
Oh,
on.
a lot mid. Oh, one is through? Through a tree.
Taken out. My ult is ready.
I just solo play games, callbacks, and Dead by Daylight. Nice. I don't. What is that game? Is that a scary zombie game? So movement positioning, he's always starting mid, like a big chunk. He probably needs to switch it up. Switch it up.
30 seconds left.
Be unpredictable and
Alright.
play other spots. The fuck is this guy doing?
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
You had your fun. My turn.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Oh, he started B main this round?
She has to fight you.
One enemy
Okay.
remaining.
Scanning ahead. Deploying
Still.
drone.
It's only one round out of 6. I like he pretty much started mid like every round. Besides that. Obviously. Common sense
Cypher's cameras. He's
point
weak
here
from
is like
blind.
there's no communication at all. Oh, that's a big problem. Where should he start? Anywhere else but mid. You can start A main, you can start cat, you can start B main, you can start, you know, more passively, you can choose to be aggressive and be in a position to walk down, stuff like that. But look, like Clove's here, he doesn't need to be here. Unless it's a play to walk down,
Drop in a smoke.
which might be, but he's not communicating that. Alright, so now he knows 3 main. Should know. Like here he should be running market.
Drop
Yeah.
in a smoke.
See how my thought process is ahead of him? So he's a bit slower. So now they're going back tiles. Okay, so he needs to be aware of that. Or they're fully rotating back.
I'll smoke 10.
They're probably going through a spawn maybe if they're not tiles by now. Oh, here they go. Yeah, he's not actively predicting them or trying to I think he wrote fight, right? Yep. Like he's being reactionary instead of proactive. Is how we can look at it. Like he's mid, they're B main, he runs B main, they're rotating off, he comes back mid, now they're cutting noise, now like look, he's just running around like a hellish chicken.
Bomb.
Spike down A.
So he doesn't have a read, and then also he's not kind of focusing on this as well.
Spike spotted A.
So I'll write that down and understand all tendencies and frequencies
30
of
seconds
the
left.
enemy.
Amen.
Be proactive, not reactive.
Shot down.
Oh, a little whiff. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? How's that guy not dead?
Deploying drone.
So he does have some inaccuracies, some inaccuracies.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Whiffing. No 5-shot, 2-shot burst. So as well, he's such a one-tapper that he can't instantly delete people with his 5-shot bursts, 2-shot bursts, stuff like that. He's always one-tapping, tap. So and that's not really a problem, but you need to know how to do all three for the situation at hand. You can't always one-tap people. In that situation, he should just fully spray down the Phoenix. What rank is he? You can do quotation student to take a look. I should probably maybe I can put an icon here. Okay, this is a play I like.
Throwing next.
Like that's what I want more from him, which is a B main peak, A main peak, stuff like that. His Nvidia reflex is on and not on plus boost. Yeah, I mean it's all preference at the end of the day.
Spike
I
down
play with
B.
on plus boost, but all preference.
One enemy remaining.
It's not gonna change him. Missing out on yeah. I mean that could make a difference. Sometimes, not all the
My
time.
quiver is never full.
Bro, guys, whoever is watching, guys, we're doing a interview with Worthy TV tomorrow, 9:30 on stream. Be there or be square. Okay. Guys can learn a lot. Those guys that are noob elo can definitely learn a lot tomorrow. Okay, it's probably not meant more for the high level guys, but like Immortal 2 plus, maybe even Immortal guys can take away. But nah, it's probably more for like diamonds, plats, low ascendants, and below that, anything below that. Oh,
Bro, Phoenix is
I feel like he's queuing his dash.
One enemy remaining.
Actually, it was actually okay. Actually, I was just right though, a little bit early. Queuing dashes a bit too good. Yeah, he's kind of playing like prod. Not gonna lie, autism. It's not the first time I've seen this in a student, trust me. Trust me.
Blocking sight.
Yeah, he's moving too much. I agree.
And we
But I can understand where that comes from. He's a Fortnite player, so in Fortnite there's a lot of APM involved. You're moving around.
Drink to my accomplishments faded way too long and floating.
Off we go.
Bro. Guys, I'm so tired. I had like 5 hours of sleep. I woke up early. Oh, I'm feeling it.
Take flight.
That was
I don't know
one
why
side.
he's queuing his dash so early.
Right here.
And log.
Logs, A main
One
in sight.
side.
Revealing it.
no peeking.
got bombed.
One enemy remaining.
It's 2 bullets.
Bro, he splashed himself, bro.
I'm safe.
Last player standing. Clutch.
Bruh. All good.
Don't stop fighting. You must.
So in communications, I wrote no communications at all. Doesn't feed info specifically and detailed. I also wrote make calls. He's not making any calls any place. Close, smoke top mid for me. I'm gonna walk down and do this. One way aiming. So do this. Throw a fucking net over here on B main when I peek. Gotta make those calls. Yeah, that was a throw 2v1.
Shot that. Nowhere to run.
Oh, okay. Just dashed into it.
Up cats!
Scanning ahead. There they are. Perfect.
The problem there was
I know exactly.
like he didn't need to updraft, and then he updrafted, and then he had to dash away. He probably should have just sat Jen, let the Silva ult go above his head,
Spike planted.
Enemy down. My ult is
and then
ready.
let's say he played it the way he did. Like
I am the hunter.
I think he's gotta kill the Clove, or he goes hell and plays really safe prior to that. He's not using his dash to take uncomfortable fights. Yeah, and that's why I wrote he's
One enemy remaining.
he's queuing dashes a bit too early. Also, alright, he almost never uses smoke.
Shots.
Like, have we seen him use a smoke? I don't
Last
think
round
so.
before the switch.
He's used updraft twice, I think, 2 or 3 times. But he doesn't use the smokes, excuse me. Ugh. Alright, I'm sleepy. We got one more session after this as well, guys.
Need a
I
drop.
will buy you.
Thanks.
I'll handle this.
Get out of my way.
Enemy spotted mid.
This pre-aim is pretty good.
Pull them to their grave. Nothing there. I'm right here. Miss me.
Ew, tracking is terrible. Tracking is bad.
Die before I come in last.
Also has no flicking or solid micro adjustments. It's always crosshair placement.
It took a long time, yeah. Just a
Slash hold it.
Drop in a
Yeah, so who is next?
Spike
just check
planted.
real quick. I think it's
Scanning
One
ahead.
enemy remaining.
a guy named Cam, K4M. I think he's immortal, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. We'll have to see.
Little black jean jacket. Coffee.
Shot that.
God, it's bad at bit.
I'm drinking so much water.
activated.
Switching sides.
Okay, let's take a look at his attack
I
side.
got your back.
Hopefully it's a little bit
Just,
closer than
You know, from the front.
Lev versus Energy. One-sided game as fuck. Who's winning? Bro, my eyes falling asleep. I know I'm so sleepy. For who? Lev?
Let us hunt.
Cutting through. Deploying drone.
Reloading.
No peeking. Reload.
Revealing area.
So, there, just kind of like dry swinging into things. Not waiting for team slash.
Skedaddle out. Reloading. I want of these.
Last player standing.
Alright, I think we got some pretty good notes. Oh my god, I'm yawning like crazy. Mata's energy 113-2. What the hell? They're flying. They're flying.
You can't catch us.
Bro, I don't know, my fucking
Right here.
energy is like down. I might need to go get a snack real quick.
Enemy spotted mid.
Stay down.
Okay.
Drop in a smoke. Lock inside. Throw lock inside.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. Okay. That's a pretty good round by him.
Planted.
I think I would like him to call for the force. Call for the force instead of just AFK buying by himself.
You're all more important than words on a brief.
2 out of 3. Better understanding of fundamentals of economy. That's the first thing he said all game. Now you're good.
Gun here. Let's fly.
Cutting through.
Oh shit.
No people reloading. Yikes. Our spike area is filled.
Very interesting.
Spike down A.
Right here.
Very interesting entry. I've actually been starting to see that a lot in VCT, where the jet will updraft a corner and then they just swing.
Enemy tag. Embarrassing. Time to jump.
Last player standing.
Wait, what?
One enemy remaining.
Oh. A little unlucky. A little unlucky. I'm yawning like crazy, you guys.
Ready to stretch
I
your
don't
wings?
like. Will I even have enough energy? Wait, I'm gonna need to tell this guy a bit later.
Deep breath. Cutting through. Deep. Deploying drone. There they are.
No bother. My ult is ready.
One enemy remaining.
Fuck, how are they winning this round? Okay.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be honest. He doesn't have too many game problems. Like, yeah, they're there. I think it's just mainly mental.
Thanks.
It's obviously he's kind of refraining from showing too much, right?
Stay safe.
Time to jump.
Spike here.
Decoy.
No peeking. Throwing. No peeking.
Revealing area.
This game
One
is
enemy
pretty much
remaining.
GG.
My ult's ready.
Spike planted.
Back like I
80.
never left.
There you are, you little shit.
Yeah, I wrote that. I literally wrote that before you even
Round
said it.
point.
Who needs a
We
bag?
can end it now. Once more.
Cutting through.
Get out of my way.
run!
Night night.
Oh, it is.
What's this? Drop in a smoke.
Enemy tag.
Drop in a God, you're fun. My turn.
Shot down.
Yeah, they're running and gunning a little bit too much.
One enemy
Enemy
remaining.
kill.
Wow.
Goodbye, Cypher.
All right, brother. GG.
What a game, bro.
What a game. Honestly, it wasn't so bad. Okay, so let me just log in. You can stop streaming.
Alright.
What the fuck?
Let me quickly just go piss real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your time.
Alright.
Papa is back. Alright, somebody ban this guy from the chat, please. Somebody ban this guy. Don't look at this. Alright.
Let's go.
Somebody. Fuck, I'm so tired. I have no energy. I'm gonna try my best to lock in. Any questions from the chat? From the noobs? W Ray Trade. Ban refusal. Pop, pop, pop,
Maybe if
pop.
we kick their asses hard enough, they'll stop bothering us.
Give mod, I got you. Yeah, I should make Hecker mod actually. My mods are all on vacation. I used to have the most active mods, but now it's like
My ult's
you
ready.
guys all have a life now. It's like, bruh, like come on, man. Are you my mod or not my mod? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make a decision. Like, fuck. Fucking all my mods are on vacation, working. Like, bruh. Before, when I started, they were on my ships 24/7, no life. Now. Okay, we're just waiting for him. He's going to the washroom real quick. I will give a rundown to you guys real quick. I think that his aim is not so bad. There's some problems with it. I think it's positioning. Communication is probably the biggest things to focus on. And utility usage. Game sense, he's pretty aware. I should probably write that. Full-time moderation team, yep. Hecker's he's the captain of the mods now. Just wait for this guy and I'll run around.
My
Bro, how long does he have to piss for? The hell?
My what's this? My what's this?
You see this, Kai? This is you, Kai. You see this? Stupid dog. That's Kai.
Alright, hello?
Yo, you there?
My bad, my bad.
All
Yeah.
good, all good. Just letting you know, I'm like really low on energy, so just bear with me. I might not be as passionate
good,
today,
bro.
okay? I'm gonna
That's
try my
good,
best. I'm gonna try my best though. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so you already know. I usually tend to write in 5 categories, right? Communications, aim, utility usage, movement slash positioning, and then game sense slash
Yeah.
mental game, right?
Mhm.
So we're gonna break them down one by one. Some sections are bigger than the others, etc., etc. So let's get started. So communications. Okay, if I were to ask you, how many times did you speak? What would you say? What's your answer?
One time.
One time, and that's when the
Yeah.
clove asked, "Hey, do you want this?" And you said, "Nope, you're good." Right?
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Yeah.
it's not enough. Obviously,
Yeah.
you understand that. We talked about it, like,
Mhm.
like not too much in detail, but it's important. Okay,
Yeah.
there's an intangible there. If you want to think about it like this is how I think about communication, where you can build team synergy. By building team synergy, you're gonna gain a team edge. No,
Right.
and also it's really important that why it's important is because everybody can be on the same page, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So and I understand this is the biggest thing I get with students. They always say, "Well, my teammates aren't talking, so I'm not gonna." I don't give a fuck. Okay, I really don't. Like you've heard me say
Yeah.
that a lot. I don't. I don't care. I want you to develop this skill now. And why do you think that is?
Because it's important down the line.
Right.
Now it's important, but
Good.
it's even more important down the line.
I'm glad you understand that and have heard me say that a lot. It's important to develop it now for down the line. For when you do play with good players, Immortals, Radiance, they go, yo, Anave, really good communications. Yo, thank you, you saved me.
Mhm.
And they may even ask you, yo, how did you get your communications like this? Whatever, etc., etc. Right?
Mhm.
They will respect you. And if we, I've done this a couple times where I break down VCT Pro Teams comms. You know how there's VCT voice comms releases? They're like hour-long videos from like C9,
Yeah.
G2. So I broke it
Yeah.
down with some students, and I showed them that video, and their communications improved so much. But it's like, why didn't you want to do it prior? It's like once they see a pro do it, then they want to be like that, right?
Yeah.
But so you gotta kind of get ahead of that and just start focusing on it now. Right, moving forward, being a leader. That's what it is. Being vocal, having a voice, being assertive, making plans, and managing them.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I understand. There's a lot that comes with it. That's why a lot of people don't communicate. There's a lot. There's fear of judgment. They don't know anything. Stuff like that. Right? They're not confident in their ability to communicate or no communication skills at all. But in my eyes, you're an athlete. Yeah, hockey players might have a marker in their mouth, but still, they're probably screaming at each other that some guy's on that guy, on his teammate,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
from behind him. Same thing in soccer. Same thing in football. Well, not so much football, right? But they're communicating with each other, right? So
Yeah.
you always gotta have to kind of take when you're an athlete. That's what I do with athletes. Like take away those things you do in sports into gaming. They're related. Those skills transfer over. So, and it's edge at the end of the day. That's how we have to look at it.
Yeah.
If you can improve your game by 5% and we add that up on the whole spectrum, aim, communication, game, what will happen? You will naturally improve that much percentage or whatever we want to say, right? You
Yeah.
got to start thinking about edge so that way you separate yourself from other people in your elo, below you, or in general. You know why? Is because think about it this way. If you do not improve on certain things, right? Let's say your improvement rate is 1/4%, right? And the general population is improving, focusing on certain things at a 1/2%. Will they leave you in the dust or will you catch up?
No, they'll just.
They
You're
will
just stuck.
exceed you at one. They will
Yeah.
be ahead of you and ahead of you, ahead of you, and you're only improving 20%, 25%. They're improving 50%.
Yeah.
That's double your improvement. Do you understand? And so
Yeah.
this is why I teach and talk about these things because people don't understand statistics, probabilities, edge, plus EV, expected value. In the long term, are you doing things that are gonna help you win rounds, games, improve. Because if
Right.
you don't, other people are doing it. You're just gonna get left in the dust, and then that comes down back to your mind where they're improving. You feel like you're stuck. Then you just get no more passion, no more discipline. Then the ego rises. Oh, then you get frustrated. Then you just quit the game.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. Nobody's gonna care about you. Nobody will even know you were even
Right.
a player or care. While they are getting to their goals, you are not. You understand? So
Yeah.
that is the groundwork you have to start thinking about. Not just in communication, everything. Positioning,
Right.
mental, communication, game sense. Okay? It's really important. Decision making, solutions, adjustments. And I've gotten this from a lot of students. They say, wow, I'm learning so much. There's just so much to think about. And I agree. I was like, yeah. Pros, they think
Yeah.
about 30 things, 20 things in the one single instance. Whether you believe that or not. Okay?
Mhm.
You also have to get to that point if you want to get to your goal, which is what? Radiant.
Pro.
Radiant.
Yeah.
Right? Whichever one, because we decided it's Radiant Pro, right? /Pro.
Yeah.
I'll let you make that decision later. But
Mhm.
it's and that's why I told you earlier. Always gotta come back. Always. Okay, so
Right.
that's that. No communications. That was the note. Also, I wrote doesn't feed info specifically and detailed. Okay.
Yeah. So like, if I were to comm,
Yeah.
I would like. I think when I first started playing, my comms were. I don't. I
Yo,
don't know
Aiden, thanks
if
for
I was
the 5 months,
overcomming
bro.
or if
Appreciate
I
it so
was
much. I love you, bro. Sorry.
just comming normally. Like I would, like when I first started playing,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was like overcomming or if it was like. I mean, I hate overcomming. Like just like you say stupid shit that doesn't really matter.
Right,
Like, He's
right.
hit 20.
Yapping.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like yeah. But like I feel like the comms I were giving were like quite detailed. Like even if like I hear like whatever util I hear them using, I'm saying like
Right.
Phoenix A. I hear a fade I A.
Yeah.
Like I say all that. I'm looking at my mini map. My teammate spots 1B from
Yeah.
like jiggling. Okay, well Jet's B lurking, Cypher's lurking. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like that was what I did, and then
Yeah.
I just
That's
switched from that like completely opposite to just not calming at all.
right. And obviously, your mental was a part of that on why you stopped doing that, right? Whatever that is, ego, arrogance, you thinking too highly of yourself, you getting frustrated, you not wanting to try anymore, whatever. I don't care. Okay, but
Mhm.
you need to go back there, right? Because if I were to
Yeah.
ask you, would you not speak in a Fortnite tournament? You'd be like, no, I would speak. Right?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
even,
the IGL too,
right.
so I was doing the most.
You don't even need to answer that question. I know that
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. You were in a 3v, Fortnite's 3v3, right? And so you're the
3v.
IGL. You gotta make sure the team understands what is our positioning, who is to our right, who is to our left, right? I've seen some 8-pack
Yeah.
stuff, so I understand the Fortnite. I haven't watched Fortnite too much, but it's the same game,
Mhm.
just different graphics,
Right.
right? So, and I really like Apex because it's super competitive. It's super
Right.
sweaty. Those guys are.
Yeah.
You ever seen Hal play? That guy is fucking screaming at the top of his lungs. Multiple of them are screaming at the top of their
That's
lungs
how
when
we
it's
used to play
chaotic.
Fortnite, too.
Right. And so
Like you
and-
notice something and you're screaming it to try
Right,
and like
right.
really get it. You got an opportunity. You got an opportunity. You got to take it now. You're screaming.
Exactly,
Like, yeah.
exactly. And a little side note is does that make the game more fun or boring?
100%.
It makes it
it's
so
fun.
much fun, and I've experienced that too. In the beginning, when I first got to Immortal and I saw the comms of high level, I was like, "Holy shit, this is so fun!" Everybody's tryharding, everybody's sweating it out, everybody's trying to be on the same page, everybody's feeding each other information so we can be one unit.
Right.
Right? That's the main goal. And by being one unit, right? There's team edge. The intangibles that people don't think about. People only think
Yeah.
about my edge. No. This is a tactical shooter 5v5. It's not a 1v5 game.
Yeah.
Right? Even at the pro level, do you think Aspas, Demon 1, Premi go around one tapping everybody? No. There's so much involved on why they do well. And
Yeah.
do you know what the reason is? The main reason why they do so well? Or why players, they look so god mode, dropping 35, 40 in pro play? Do you know what provides them to do that?
The information.
The
They
information.
know where everyone is. They can go with their frag when they
Being
know.
set up, right? Isn't information being set up? If
Yeah, it
your
is.
teammates call that this guy's here and you're mechanically, fundamentally so good to kill this guy, you're just going to kill him every time.
Mhm.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
that's my point with communication. I know you're holding back a little bit because I told you, yo, play like how you used to.
Yeah.
But moving forward, right? I would
Mhm.
like you to really start going back to your old roots when you started the game.
Yeah.
So that way you can hit and move towards your goal. And I'll be a little bit honest, I think you've lost yourself a little bit,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
gotta get back there a little bit. Gotta think, be critical, get passionate a little bit again, right? And I
Yeah.
understand that's the main argument that I hear is they don't talk, so why should I? But again,
Yeah.
you answered it correctly. I said, well, I don't give a fuck. Why do you think it's for? You said later down the line when I play with good players.
Mhm.
Because I've experienced that myself as well, where I got to the high level and I wasn't communicating, and they said, "What the fuck's wrong with you, bro? Why are you not telling me?" And then they get angry at
Yeah.
me, and then I feel like shit. And then
Yeah.
that's why I built that skill. Now, when I play, people are like, "Holy shit, bro, your comms are so good. How do you know that
Yeah.
he was behind me? This. Thank you for saving me." That's the type of communication I get, and then they will respect you, and then maybe want to play with you. And then when they respect you and want to play with you, you can network.
Yeah.
Networking is also really important in this game. But if you're insufferable, don't talk, nobody's gonna want to play with you, right? Or
Yeah.
add you on a team if you want to. Let's say down the future you want to play on a tier 2, tier 3 team.
Mhm.
They're gonna pick another guy that this communication skill is at 100%.
Yeah.
People don't
And it
understand, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also good to build the habit now
Yeah,
because you don't want to be
yeah,
focusing on trying to build the habit of calming and then working on your movement and then your positioning all when
right.
you're immortal and like
Exactly.
that's just so much on your plate. Whereas
Yes,
you can
good.
just do it now.
You can understand. You can use logic. That's why I'm saying you, in the beginning. I was like, you have potential because like you need to build yourself there. You don't just fucking play, get to immortal, and then start developing. Like you're not an immortal player, right? You might have
Yeah.
gotten there luckily, but
Yeah.
you need to build these skills, and that's why I teach all my students build this up now, so that way when you are there, there's no walls, right? There's no
Right.
roadblock. You can just be a free soaring exponential growth to even higher rank than Immortal 1. Does that
Mhm.
make sense? So
Mhm.
that's that. I would like you to feed information, and don't just feed information when you're on defense. Guys, they're A. What does that mean? I want specifics. Yo,
Yeah.
one. Yo, I heard a Sova. I heard a Jet.
Exactly like I
Two.
used to do.
Exactly. And I'm glad that you're saying that, so I don't need to explain it further. Some people never even talk like that. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to compare you. I'm just giving you an example where some people
Mhm.
didn't even learn how to do that, right? You're already a step ahead. So capitalize and improve, make mistakes, and you'll get better. Like it's just
Right.
like what are we gonna else talk about? There's nothing else to theorygraph. It's just
Mhm.
logical, right? That's just how improvement works, right? So build upon it's building upon what you already have or don't have. Make mistakes, get better. You get better, do it again, rinse and repeat until you're at an
Yeah.
elite level, right? So that's that with your communication. Also, I wrote make calls. So I understand as well that people don't like to take the IGL role because there's a lot of responsibility, there's burden, there's fear of judgment. Maybe some people don't actually know anything, so they can't call, whatever the case is. I don't know what it is with you, but I would like, and I say this to all my students, you've heard me probably say it, for you to take the IGL role. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying that to gain leadership skills, but well, yes, it'll help with that a lot with life as well, not just gaming. But
Yeah.
why I say that to my students is so that way they can win. They can
Right.
gain edge to help set up their teammates. And then once they do that and make mistakes, they understand and get better with that. And then they make less mistakes, less bad calls. It becomes 80% win rate calls. Or
Yeah.
maybe not even 80% win rate to win the round, but 80% to get on site for free. Think about it that way.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
like like would you not want to get on site for 80% of the time free? Right?
Yeah, of
I
course.
I do. And that's
Yeah.
the type of IGL I am. Okay? And why how I would want you to be as well. Because
Mhm.
if it worked for me, if it got me to Immortal 3, and I'm not the smartest guy, I've never been in school. I always was behind, ADHD, skipped school, never went to class. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what like people think it's like this fucking godlike, elo. No, it's just a matter of like self-assessing, getting better, making mistakes, taking responsibility, accountability, the burden,
Hmm.
because you will get better as long as you, like I told you in the beginning in the range, be critical, self-assess. That's it. That's the recipe
Yeah.
for improvement. People don't understand. So it's that easy. Make mistake,
Yeah.
learn from it. Don't let it happen again. Think about what went wrong, what you could do better. Apply it next time. That's it. If you
Yeah.
make that mistake
Yeah.
again, it's all good. Do it again. Keep improving. At some point,
Mhm.
it will get better. As long as you think about that. Okay, so I would like you with this note, take that role. Okay, I don't know if you see me play too much, actually, but when I IGL, I am so fucking hypersensitive these days. Like, I can make sure like almost nobody dies if they listen to me. It's
Right.
like, think about that. Is that a value? It's super valuable,
Of course.
right? I
Yeah.
can set them up, right? So, that's that. All right. Any questions with these notes? No communication. Doesn't feed info. Be specific and detailed. Make calls. Be an IGL.
I was gonna say the only time I think I even slightly like there was one round where we were attacking and I just like I had an idea in my head for a play and all I
Yeah.
did was like ping it 3 times and
Yeah.
then everyone was A, so I just ran A with them. Like I didn't even.
Wait, are you talking about the round you thrifted them?
I don't even remember which one. It was just
Okay.
like I had an idea. I wasn't really paying super much attention. I had an idea based off our guns and stuff and like how they play off A and like.
Yeah.
I was just gonna be like, I bet we can just
And like,
run down mid.
if I was on your team, for example, right, and you did that, like we're on a team, you're just pinging the map. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, bro, talk to me, man. I'll listen to you. And obviously, a lot of people won't. The general people are very like, I don't know what's wrong with this community. They don't like to listen. But once you get
Yeah.
higher and higher and higher and higher, they will listen. That's what people don't understand.
Mhm.
Once you get to Immortal 2, Immortal 3, you think those guys are not going to listen to you? Everybody's talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because
that's true.
they understand what is important, what is not important, and how to win.
Mhm.
Most importantly. Okay? And
Yeah.
there's also intangibles. You're going to gain synergy, some rapport with teammates. They're going to trust you. They're going to not think you're a bad caller so they don't listen to you or a bad feeder of information, right? Because if you feed them bad information, they're going to stop listening to you at some point, right?
Yeah.
Or it's wrong.
I mean, I do the
right?
same thing. Yeah.
Right,
If I get someone who calls some like the worst call 3 times in a row. I'm
Exactly. You're like,
instantly-
okay, fuck this guy, right?
Yeah.
Same. I'm the same, right? But imagine if you have a teammate that's like calling 80% win rate and all his info calling is correct, pinpointed to the
Yeah.
dot. You'd be like, yo, I'm gonna listen to this guy, follow him around. He's gonna
Yeah.
help me win. I want
Yeah.
you to be that guy you look up to, if that makes
Yeah, right.
sense. Because that's what I
Yeah.
did, and then that's who I became. So, just some food for thought here. I think you understand this. Let's move on. No questions, right? Any questions?
None at all.
Okay, let's move on. Aim. I'm gonna be honest. I think your aim. There's quite a bit of notes. Usually it's the opposite where there's little notes. But I don't think it's bad. Just because there's more notes, I don't think it's bad. It's just finer details things I'm gonna bring up. Okay, so
Yeah.
these are some notes. There's some pros and some cons. So the first thing is I think you're a Vandal player. That it shows. You only played Vandal. You picked up a Phantom one time near the end. Did pretty well with
Yeah.
it as well. Still look good. You're a one tapper, right? I
Yeah.
don't see you spray. I don't see you 2-shot burst. I don't see you 5-shot burst. It's always this. And I told the chat as well. I said nothing wrong with that. Okay, but you need to be able to do all three: one tap,
Yeah.
2-shot burst, 5-shot burst. Okay,
Mhm.
you need to be able to incorporate it because remember this round here where you were here and then you got over here. The Phoenix sorry, I'm trying to remember if you were here or here. The Phoenix was coming out and you're just trying to tap him. All you had
Yeah.
to do was just go like this and he's dead.
Yeah,
Right,
just
but then
like come
you
in,
went like this,
right,
back to the
go
jet.
like
You're tapping
tap,
here,
you
and
go
then blah, blah, blah,
back,
blah.
yeah.
Right, and tapping is good. It's a good skill. This is actually a skill a lot of people lack. So you kind of
Mhm.
learned reverse, right? Usually people learn from spraying first, then they learn how to kind of 2-shot burst, 5-shot burst, and then they start doing this, right? The noobs
And I
really
think
start with
that-
spray. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that starting to play in the last year, like recently, helped me with that because that was the meta. Like tapping was like
Sure.
that was what most players did now. So every time I would
Yeah.
watch anybody, it was mainly tapping.
Yeah.
So I never like
Yeah, and then
learn play, like,
you
early
being
though.
able to one tap because it was pretty nice. Okay,
Mhm.
shows potential that you can instantly delete because that's what it is, right? That's why we one
Mhm.
tap, so they have no reaction time and we instantly delete them, right?
Yeah.
Spray is more situational, all in, close quarter, stuff
Mhm.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Or there's multiple targets, you're not gonna, they're all situational. But
Mhm.
but what I'm saying is that I want you to be able to do all three, because
Okay.
once you practice, and I'll show you how, okay? But
Yeah.
once, like in the rage, but once you kind of get all three down, think about it. Would somebody want to use 1 out of 3 weapons, or all three, a rocket launcher, grenade, and in a war?
You'd
For
want to use all
example,
3.
want to use all fucking three. Nobody's gonna use a
Yeah.
handgun in war running it down.
When you can choose a
Right.
RPG, a
I'm
flamethrower.
I'm
Yeah.
choosing a fucking RPG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm gonna pull out the LMG. Sometimes I'm gonna throw a grenade launcher. Whatever. You get my point, right? And
Mhm.
so, and we can use that example as well because we're shooting guns at some to
Yeah.
some, it's virtual, but right. So,
Mhm.
and what I'm saying is that mechanically, I want you to be able to be very flexible and versatile. If that makes
Jack
sense.
of all trades.
Yes, with your Vandal. And I understand there's
Yeah.
pros and cons, okay? I can explain that real quick right now where, Vandal's a one-tapping gun, so you're playing the gun properly, but I still want you to be able to implement, okay? Right? The 2-shot burst
Yeah.
and the 5-shot as well with this because
Yeah.
it's needed. Same thing with Phantom, okay? A lot of Phantom people, I tell them the same thing. Don't just spray. You need to be able to one-tap with it and 2-shot burst and 5-shot burst with the Phantom. When I'm a Phantom player and I one-tap people, think about that.
Yeah.
It's even more of value than a Vandal because besides the damage fall off, because the first shot accuracy is much higher, never will
Yeah.
whiff the first shot, and the rate of fire is faster. The bullet coming out is faster than the Vandal, right? The only downside is the damage fall off, which is more important, right? But that's why
Yeah.
I practice 2-shot bursting with the Phantom, so it's a never damage fall off. It's always a 2-shot burst to the head. You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
it can go both ways, but I like how you play the Vandal. I understand you're a one-tapper. Incorporate all three. 1-tap,
And-
2-shot burst, 5-shot burst. Okay? Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
question?
even like that situation you said where I was back gen trying to fight the 3 guys just by tapping. Like,
Yeah.
I like that Phoenix is a free kill if I commit to a spray.
Right.
And then the 2 that walk up on me gen, I
Yeah.
guarantee kill one if I
And
just
what I'm
even-
saying is, I'm not saying don't one-tap in the scenario, but you couldn't kill them with the one-tap is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously in your mind it's panicking, it's
I have 3
hectic.
people trying to look
Yes,
at me.
there's so much shit going on that you may not be really locked into just, well, like, how the pros will just be like boom boom boom, one tap kill all of them.
Mhm.
You're not at that level yet. You will get there, but you need to be able to kind of just kill this guy, come back here, kill this guy, or maybe go like this, or one tap this guy and then burst this guy. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, be really
Yeah, yeah.
versatile that way, where any situation, like, and once you build it up too, it becomes second nature. Your body will automatically choose which one you need to shoot, how you need to shoot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And,
you'll build
yeah,
it
on
up.
that Phoenix main, like even like I know, like I knew right away after that I even could have sprayed him because
Right.
I whipped my shots. I hit him in the body 3 times. Like
Yeah.
it's already one more bullet away. I might as well just.
If you
continue, like,
5-shot
pushing
bursted him
spray, like-
initially, even with a crouch like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
he was dead. Then you can
Yeah.
focus here and not worry that this guy's gonna swing wide and kill you, because that's what you're worried about. That's why you wanted
Yeah,
to
I
kill this
tried
guy so
to-
fast, and you went
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
jet, and then you know what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
trust me, really believe what I'm saying. You will build it up by understanding these three, applying it. That's the most important. Don't just keep it in your mind. Be like, oh, I know I got a 1-shot, a 1-tap, 2-shot burst, 5-shot burst. Apply it, do it, and then once you build upon it, bro, it becomes fucking you won't even think about it. Your body will just, your mind, your body connection will just shoot where it's the most optimal, efficient way to kill this guy in this moment,
Yeah.
in this situation. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like
Yeah.
that in Fortnite too, right? So
Yeah.
that's how I like to think about it. Okay, let's move on. Any questions with this note? Vandal / one tapper.
Nope.
Just wanted to tweak a little bit, right? This is where we're gonna start
Yeah.
improving, getting our edge, and you're gonna see the results as long as you apply. Okay, so that's the key. One thing to know, another to apply. Okay, let's move on. The next thing is a pro. So I wrote his angle holding is pretty good. You were one-tapping people off the angles you were used to, held a lot, whatever, experienced, okay, learned, practiced. It was good, much better than mine. I'm not much of an angle holder these days because I'm washed. Back in the day, it was the same. Instant when they pick me, delete. You understand?
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, even it's still good, but you know what I'm saying. Like when I was 5 years, 4 years, 3 years ago, like it was really clean, right? I'm 29. I'm fucking but so I think your angle holding was pretty good. Crosshair
Okay.
placement also was pretty good. I wrote isn't bad. I think it was pretty good. Never saw you a moment where you wanted to peek this corner. It's in the wall, and then you come like it was always around the corners. I like that. Always had level, and that's why they the kills always were one taps because the crosshair and the hold is good. So they just go in your crosshair, you left click, good reaction time, they're dead. Right? Does that make sense? So that was
Yeah.
good. The problems I had was I'm gonna skip a couple of notes because I put it after, which is tracking is bad. Okay. Also,
On that jet mid with
yep,
his
yep.
knives.
Also
I
has
knew, yeah.
also has no flicking. I never saw any flicking really,
True.
or solid micro adjustments. And I'll be honest, a lot of people think aim is flicking. Flicking is really rare, right? Because it's when it's unexpected and you just fucking flick his ass, right? And so the more important thing is the micro adjustments. But you struggle with that not a lot where it's terrible, but it could be way better where even if it's like a small adjustment, he's just fucking instantly deleted sticky aim. That's what I like to call it. Magnetic to his head.
Yeah.
You see him, it's on his head. And that's a micro
Yeah.
adjustment. It's not flicking. It's micro flicking, but they call it micro adjustment. Right? So
Like you called it sticky aim in Fortnite, we used to call it semtexing. Like you
Right.
would just
yeah. It's just like boom on his head. No question. He cannot react. Finished, right? And you have to understand as well, this game is a game with the time where the time of kill is really low. Milliseconds. Right? You've seen a VCT game, it's 5v5. It's literally a 1v1 on the execute and the whole like when they like make the right read and they go in and they trade
Yeah.
out. It's like 2v2, 1v1 and like
literally takes 15 seconds and your round is done.
not even like they execute. It's like 1 second. It's like a 1v1. It's like, how did this guy die over there? You can't even the viewers can't even switch POV fast enough to see how many people die. That's how quick it
Caster
is.
struggle.
Right? Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a very low time of kill, and when it's a very low time of kill, because Fortnite is a much higher time of kill game, it takes longer to kill somebody, right? Even though it's pretty fast. We need to be really, really polished in all our disciplines of aiming, which is flicking, tracking, right? Micro adjustments. That's all you have to focus on in Valorant. That's it.
Yeah.
That is literally it. And static aiming and smoothness. That's it. Okay, where there's stationary targets and you just bloop, right? So
Yeah, and I think tracking also helps your prediction. Like when
Yeah.
when you're fighting someone who's like
Yeah.
counter strafing and like dead zoning on you,
you
like
get ahead instead of because you know how he's going right, you're following him. But if your tracking
Yeah.
was good, you would be on his head because tracking isn't tracing where he is going. It's being able to exactly. It's mouse control and being able to just get ahead of him, right?
Yeah, like
So-
I was trailing him instead of like
right,
trying to predict him,
exactly.
like, yeah.
So that's where you see where it falls behind, right? So let's get this up. I will send we'll work on the aim stuff at the end, so don't worry about it. Okay, so that's that. Also I wrote micro adjustments. It's always crosshair. So that's why I wrote tracking is bad. Also has no flicking. Solid micro adjustment, and it's always crosshair placement and angle holding. You're relying too much on crosshair placement and angle holding. It's like boomer aim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's literally boomer. It's literally boomer aim. Okay, where they don't have any mechanics anymore. Whatever the cause is. Okay, and they can just only hold angles and have good crosshair placement. Right?
Yeah.
But I want you to put all of them together because you practice every day, you work on your aim, you polish your aim, and you do that so you can go back to your goal, which is Radiant, Pro, whatever it is you choose to be. Okay, so it's always gonna come back there. And when you train, it's gonna suck, bro. I know. I used to wake up, aim train for an hour and a half, range for 30 minutes. Play my 1 to 2 DMs, play 10 hours, 8 hours, and then I would do another session at the end of that. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Yeah.
Who wants to
nobody.
put 3 hours a day sitting there tired as fuck clicking dots? Nobody.
Yeah.
But that's why it always goes back to your purpose. It's for a reason. And at that time when I was doing that, I wanted to go pro. Right? So it's a little bit different for everybody. Right? So it's what you want as well. It's how much you put in, you will get. That's what this game is. What you put in, you will receive. If you put in no work, you're gonna get no results. Okay?
Yeah.
Just not gonna be any polished mint there. Okay, so that's that. Any questions with this though?
No. So
Okay.
far we're pretty good, bro.
Good,
It's
good.
crystal clear here.
Good,
so
good.
I got.
Let's move on. 2 more notes in aim. Some inaccuracies in aim, i.e.,
Mhm.
for example, whiffing. No 5-shot, 2-shot burst. We talked about the 5-shot, 2-shot burst. Whiffing is very easy to fix once you start aim training and you're consistent. That's it. Once you're
Right.
in the range, shooting bots every day, really focusing on precision, not accuracy. You know the difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay, precision is where we want it. Accuracy is just hitting the target anywhere without kind of
Mhm.
thinking about it, or it's just you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I want precision, mouse control. Okay, and once you do this, practice it and aim train, bro. You'll never fucking whiff. It'll just be instant deletions with your good holding and crosshair placements. Think about it.
Yeah. Right.
Bro, you'll be a monster. Right? I'm being honest. I'm not joking with
Yeah.
you. So have the whole package. It's like a hockey player. Is he gonna only do a wrist shot? No, he's gotta do slap
No.
shot, wrist shots, backhand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
whole toolkit needs to be alive for you to be
Yeah.
elite. So that's how you can think about it, right? It's sports. It always goes, it's related as fuck. Okay?
Hand to hand. Yeah.
Trust me, it really is. Okay, so let's move on. I wrote pre-aiming is good. The way you peek and angle. I love how their crosshairs on the head level, ready to go, just in case he's there when you swing. Boom, right?
Yeah.
I admire that a lot from you. A lot of people don't have that. They'll swing this top mid area like this. Like they don't know where the fuck it is, but you literally put it here, and this is the only time you can lick the wall and not hold because you're like, yo, I'm gonna swing this top mid area. I want it where it's on his head when I peek, instead of
Yeah.
going like this and then now I have to slice the pie, or I'm at a disadvantage. I can just go bloop, he's dead, or I can jiggle it as well, right? So I thought that
Yeah.
was good. Build upon it, get it better. I'm not saying it's elite. You will get it as long as you improve upon it, stuff like that. All right. Any questions with these notes on aim?
Nope.
Okay, that's it. Let's move on.
All right.
Utility usage. Okay, this one was a little bit, obviously Jet. There isn't too much to utility.
Yeah.
In
And
terms
even I
Yep.
was gonna say there's times where I'm like, I know that I shouldn't be popping dash, and I just pop it early, and
Yeah.
I'm going to take a fight, and then when I
Yeah.
actually need it, it's already too late. Like.
that's your biggest problem. It's in the notes.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote. So I'm glad you can self-assess there. You're already improving. Remember in the beginning of the session, you're like, I don't know. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, wait, I realized I'm queuing it too early. That's what I want
Yeah.
from you. That's the type of mental I want, where you're always critical, self-assessing, figuring out what is wrong, so that way you can work it out, kink it out, and then you make it polished, and it's consistently
Yeah.
of value. Okay, so as I was gonna say is, Jet doesn't have much utility in terms of expending it. There's some like that, queuing the dash, throwing the smoke, using knives, but they're very situational. And to
Mhm.
me, in my eyes, when I think about it, actually, there's more timing involved, or like situations and positioning, if that makes sense. Because
Then just using it every round.
yeah, you're not gonna just fucking throw it anywhere. You have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And so, the first note was queuing dash a bit too early. So you already knew this, right? Again, I'm gonna reiterate this. It's one thing to know, it's another to apply.
Yes.
Okay, I'm being serious. This is like the most
I know.
crucial
Yeah.
thing you
I
have to
can
think
sit
about.
here and nail everything and say I
Yep.
know what I'm doing wrong, but then I queue
Right.
the next game and I do it all
Yeah,
again. Like it's
exactly.
never gonna matter.
Exactly. And when I interviewed the Radiant guy, this is what he said. He's like, the best players, what separates pros in tier 2 and tier 2 to Radiant players is literally decision making, positioning, and pretty much a lot of these things where you got to be aware,
Mhm.
right? You got to know, be critical, self-assess, stuff like that. So coming to this note, I'm glad you understand that the Q dashing is too early. What I like to tell my students with Jet is that don't queue your dash unless you know, feel, think that there's a fight about to happen. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
leave that up to you. You can kind of start developing this, right? Because it's all situational. Can't be like,
Yeah.
on this situation you must do this, and when they're here, no. Okay, it doesn't work
Yeah.
like that. Okay, it's not set in stones because there's too many variables in this game. This game is so fucking random sometimes. There's so many random type of players that just don't even know what they're doing, that just throws off good players. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I always tell my students, I'll leave that up to you to develop. Okay, but that's a tip you can do. It's like, don't cue it unless you feel, think. Like, you can feel those times too. I can. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I feel like this guy's gonna peek, and I just turn it on, or I hear a misstep, or whatever. Okay, or there's
Yeah.
a piece of information being fed to me, like, yo, Jet, he's coming back to you, right? I'm like, okay, fuck, I gotta probably cue this and get ready for a fight, right? So those type of moments, feel, think, know, then cue it, or you can as well cue it before you take a really like risky angle, like cat,
Yeah.
bottom mid. That's fine too. But
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like queuing it and there's nothing going on. There's no threat. There's no
Yeah.
nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I would like you to kind of think about this more. And by you telling me you understand and already told me before the note came out, shows that you can be critical. You can.
Right.
So do it all the time. I don't want you to be critical 3 times a game. I need it fucking every round, every time you die, be critical. What happened? What went wrong? What do I need to do better? Never gonna do this again. And then apply it. And then you actually do it. And then once you do it one time, it gets easier. You're like, oh, wait, I actually applied it. Cool, awesome. You get some dopamine, you feel good,
Yeah.
and then you'll be able to apply it more and more and more and more and more. Okay?
And I
So-
think, yeah, I was gonna say, once you see it work the first time, I feel like it makes it a little bit easier to try and,
way easier.
try and keep
Okay, the
doing,
first
yeah.
time is always the hardest to apply. It's like anything, riding a bike. First time you rode a bike, two-wheeler, bro, you're like, what the fuck? Like, before that's so hard. And then what happens? You never be able to ride a bike again? No, you can fucking ride a two-wheeler forever. For the
Yeah,
rest of your
right.
life. Right? Do you understand
Yeah.
that? Same thing with anything. Right? Anything we can use. Any skill, any fucking thought process, anything. It's like that. The first time is really hard, difficult. Okay, I'm sure even the first time you one-tap someone really cleanly, you're like, holy shit, I can do it. And it's just getting easier.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's all about
Yeah.
building upon it once you apply it once. And then you make it how you want it. You want to make it elite, or you want to stay the same, average Joe, whatever. Okay, but that's that. So that's the note with your dash, okay? Any questions with this note?
Nope.
H2P, what's up? What's up? Okay, great. Let's move on. The next note is he almost never uses smokes. If I were to ask you, how many times you use smokes, what would you say?
I remember one round specifically where I double smoked it with my stinger to run
Yeah.
to the door, I think.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm like pretty certain that's like the one time you used it. I was gonna say I was gonna say a goose egg, but yeah, like I was like I'm pretty sure it was like 0 or 1 time.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so
that was
but
the
but
only
but
time.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that it was 1 time, and I'm pretty sure it was. I probably was
I think it
distracted.
was the round I bonused my stinger and I
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
you're running down, but I was just so distracted because you were running it down, and there's like so much like smokes and shit going down and stuff, and you're like pushing smoke, so like I couldn't really like, like my brain's not in the right place right now.
Yeah.
But that's that. Okay, so again, obviously smokes are very situational, but on attack side, you can use smokes to cut off angles. Okay, I've seen really good jets where
I do remember you just saying that. I
Yeah.
remember I was rotating through mid and I smoked their mid with it, but that was it. Like when I was leaving
Right.
market,
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
That was it.
I see really good jets where they use this to cut angles off and then peek off of it, right? Even if he believes he's here, he'll go like this, and then he'll come back
Yeah.
to it after once he's cleared here. Obviously, we gotta be fast enough to do that,
Isolate.
right? But does that make sense? So you can do that on attack. Also, it can be a supplement to smokes when you don't have smokes. Your smoke speller's like, no more smokes. You fucking throw that shit down. You're not gonna not throw that shit down, right? It'll
Yeah,
help
you
out.
close door even.
Good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for. It'll help you at least deter them by a little extra time, no? And you never know. Those 2 seconds might add up where you stall them for an extra 2-3 seconds because they got scared because you threw it and they're about to retake, and it buys you that extra time and maybe wins the round, right? Because whatever, the bomb time or whatever, you're theory crafting at this point. But
Yeah.
do you understand my point? So be creative. Okay, you can do a lot of shit. Also, wait, did I read? Okay, that's the next note, so I'll save it for the next note. But yeah, defensively, okay, you can use it to deter, just how you can when you want to cut things off on attack to buy time when you don't have smokes, etc., etc. Okay, or in a fight, you throw one here and then you go right, whatever. Okay, defensively, it's similar where it's to control, manage space, deter, stop them, stall. Right, because how comfortable would you be if any smoke is here and you just go through it or walk out or run out it? Not that comfortable.
No.
As long as unless there's like dogs and Sova drone, no brainer, bro,
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
clearing and giving you information on knowing what the fuck's around and behind the smoke. But if it's
Yeah.
dry, you're not gonna feel good. And so
No.
and there's gonna be a lot of rounds where your smokes player is retarded or they can't get here fast enough because he was on B, made a play on B, and he's coming to smoke, and they're running it down A. What are you gonna do? Not smoke it? Like
Yeah,
it'll,
right.
it'll stop them, right?
Yeah.
You start spamming it. It'll cause a little bit of a chaos, deterring, stopping them, stalling, buying time for him to finally start coming over. Then he throws a smoke down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's how you can use it defensively, on attack, and also you can use this in clutch situations on defense too. 1v1, you throw this, get it half, you come out, smoke it again if you have one more, whatever. Okay, or smoke main and do it, whatever. I'll leave that up to you. But it's a very good tool that you need to start using because you're not using it enough. And usually what I tell my students, I don't know if you heard this before, but usually what I tell my students when they don't use utility at all, I tell them, bro, throw it in the fucking air. Throw it in the fucking
Yeah.
corner is better than what you're doing. Right?
Better to use it wherever
Right.
than not use it.
And
like-
because I understand that point where people are like, well, I'm so uncomfortable of taking it out because I'm afraid I'm gonna get shot in that moment in time. They use their subjectiveness, and I've been there too. Trust me. Okay. So I understand that, but you're never gonna get better that way by being like, oh, well, I'm scared. Like I never want to take my utility out, bro. Expend it in the beginning. You expend it, learn how to take it out and use it, even though it's a waste. Then it builds it builds to where you can use it properly. There's some value. You can stall them. It's in a good spot. Then it turns into a point where you start thinking about how can I get maximum value with this utility, right? And if I were to ask you, do pros want maximum value with their utility or some value? No brainer.
Obviously
They want
maximum.
maximum value,
Yeah.
right? And so if you want to be elite, if you want to be pro in essence and true skill, not a pro player, okay, then you got to start thinking about this and building to that point. You won't get it overnight. It'll take some time. It took me time. In the beginning, I was the same. Struggle with pulling it out, scared to die, never wanted to get away from my rifle. I wouldn't even pull out my classic a lot of times. Okay? Right? Because that fear of like, oh my god, they'll peek. Because at one time I just took this out and
Yeah.
died, or threw this at the guy peeking, and then my subjectiveness is like, oh my god, I'm never gonna do this ever again. It's bad. But no,
Yeah.
objectively, it's wrong. So
Yeah.
that's just some food for thought there. So expend it, waste it, even if you don't feel like it's good. Okay, and also on defense, you can use it to run away, a repositioning tool as well. Right? You're here, you whiff, get out. Okay, or you throw a little bit here where they dash on you, they chase you, they're aggressive. They cannot fully see you with your back towards them, and you're dead. Right? I see a lot
Yeah,
of
it installs fear. For all you know, you could have a
Yeah.
shorty lurking on their
Yeah.
run up, and then like
and also uncertainty. They won't know where the fuck you went when the smoke is here and you're running away. But if you just try run away, like, oh, there he is, boom, boom,
Yeah, right.
right?
He went
Like,
to the
oh,
left,
he's
he's
right, yeah,
he's harder right
exactly.
now, yeah.
They may even clip where you are, like your just
Yeah.
briefly saw where you are, and they're like, yo, he's Jen, and then that's info for them. And then when there's info for them, they can kill you easier because they'll throw utility here, whatever, etc., etc., etc. It's all situational. Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
that's
and-
that. Yeah, go ahead.
even on the point of like, if you're not, it's better to throw it than to not. Like, depending on what util you're throwing, like it might even cause uncertainty for them. Like you can
Sure.
throw it in a weird spot, and then
Yeah.
they're thinking like, wait,
Yeah.
why is this here? Is he on the right side now? Is he like?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
even better than just like
Yeah,
not.
I
using
agree.
it at all.
Yeah, obviously that's like, a lot involved with that type of stuff.
Mhm.
But all I want you to do is think about maximum value, high efficiency, the most optimal route with your utility. That's how I want you to think. It all adds up. If you don't think like this, you'll never be elite. I'm not saying you won't. I'm just
Yeah.
saying this is the way to be elite, is to think max value, efficiency, max optimization in the way we play in everything. Okay, so let's move on. Any questions with this note?
Nope.
Okay, last note for utility usage. Okay, this one will be a little bit more fundamentals of Duelist, okay, for Jet, which is gonna be needs to have smokes for dash and for the smoke dash entry more. Okay, and obviously in this game, I couldn't really assess your attack side too much because there's only 4
There
rounds.
wasn't very. Yeah, I was gonna say
you,
it wasn't
like
very
you guys
long.
just fucking shit on them. You guys even ecoed them. When you guys lost the pistol, I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a little bit closer. We can kind of see attack, because I'm gonna be honest. As a coach, and as a player, as a gamer, I understand that the attacking side is always the hardest. Defense is fucking easy as fuck. You know where they're gonna come from. Oh, A main. Attack. You don't know where the fuck they are. There's so much unknown. There's crossfires, off angles, certain sweet spots that are really strong against people coming in, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard. So I really wanted to see your attack, but it's fine. But just for future reference, I would like you to kind of not waste the dash like you were, because you didn't know what the fuck was going on, so you just queued it, right? Just any contact you took it. You gotta be a little bit more disciplined here with triggering it, or a little bit more, you know, less trigger happy, and then apply the smoke usage like I told you. So when you're about to entry, I would like you to smoke and dash, and you can choose what to do, and obviously it's all map specific, stuff like that. There's certain map,
Gen or like
and,
whatever.
and there's certain maps I was going to tell you where you cannot do these plays because you know, there's just too much open space and there's not enough protection for you. This is a map where there is, because people are going to be tuck gen, right? They're going to be hell, so they can't see, you know what I'm saying, the common spots where people like to be. So, and you know, you can develop that. If you don't know, I can help you out in the DMs. So ask me questions in terms of, oh, what do you think about this? Some students do that, like, oh, what do you think about this site? Should I updraft dash here and stuff like that? And I explain, oh, okay. We like start theory crafting, right? Because there's no like definitive answer of being like, this is bad, this is good. But when we think about it logically, we can understand which one is like more better option, more higher percent chance to help win, more edge in the play, right? So you know, and this map's a map where you can switch it up. You can go here. Okay, obviously I'm rushing it a little bit. You can do the one I showed you up here. Some people like to do it in the middle. Some people will do it on the side. Some people will do it here because there's some protection as well, right? And then you can come out the smoke and start clearing the dice guy, right? So I'll leave that up to you. But what this note is, just make sure you're not wasting your dash like we talked about, and then you apply the smoke usage like we talked about, so that way you have it when you entry on attack. Okay, and that will add a layer of protection. It'll add a layer of mind games. The defenders will be like, wait, is he in the smoke? Is he coming out? Should I wait for the smoke? Should I hold here? Okay, and it'll be a benefit to you, right? So that's that. Any questions?
I was gonna ask how you felt about like the 2 rounds I had Stinger when we went A. I top dash pretty much insta because I always think like Phoenix played there twice, so if he tries to like throw a molly or something and I see him holding his utility, I can just insta dash on him with my Stinger. Like I feel like those are the only times that
I still feel like I still feel like you should maybe wait for the contact before you pop it.
Right.
But I think if you have the idea that you're gonna run it down, right?
Yeah.
Which you kind of, I could tell it's like a premeditated murder there. Like you were just like, you made up your mind once you bought that Stinger. I was like, okay, this guy's gonna run it down. Like you know what I'm saying? So in those cases, I think it's fine if you want to aggressively close gap, right? Gap close, right? So yeah, I don't think it was terrible at all. I think it's fine. But what I'll say is, obviously, don't just randomly throw this all the time, right? It's gotta make sense logically and be efficient and optimal and giving you value. Again, utility comes down to value. If you just queue this to do this nothing, it's not a value, right? So that's how you have to think. Maximum value. Will this help me get on site and get a kill, or help entry and scale the site because I dashed here and it's caused chaos and I killed one here and boom, 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 whatever. Get theory craft all day. Okay, so does that make sense? Let's move on. Okay. So okay, this is where it gets a little bit fuck. Okay, the notes are thick here. It's not gonna be as quick. Okay, so but we're still almost there. Okay, movement / positioning. First note: he's always starting mid. So this is a defense. This is a defensive note. And me and the chat were talking about this. You'll see it in the VOD. They said you started B main. I saw it too. They were like, oh, well, he did start B main once. I was like, it's one time, you know. You almost always autopilot / defaulted mid. And let's continue with this note. So I wrote, he is always starting mid. Switch it up. Be unpredictable and play other spots or develop them. And then one guy in the chat asked, wait, if he shouldn't start mid, where should he go? And I told him, go, bro, start A main to take a fight. Some rounds.
I think the entire defense half, I only tried to fight A main once, and
B main once.
Yes, and then
you're mid.
And I think most of it was from me just holding tiles from mid.
Yes.
Like I think I played cat once to hold tiles, and I think I swung cat once from mid once, and that was it.
Yep, and we're gonna break this down now, where I'm gonna give you a lot of value, okay? And what I mean is, don't fucking switch up where you're here now every time, but you need a mind where you're using tendencies and frequencies. Because I'll ask you a question, okay? If you are always mid, and they can identify that because they're good, we're gonna assume they're good players or whatever. You're in a mortal lobby, whatever, because that's what they do, okay? If they understand you're always mid, okay, is that of value to them or you?
To them,
To them,
1000%.
because
They're
they
still
understand where you are,
Still,
right? They know you
Yeah.
tend to be mid and the frequencies every single time, and then they can use that against you. That's why this is the biggest problem. By being predictable, you fall into their traps, not they fall into your traps. Does that make sense? And they can set up a lot of traps if they understand you are here permanently by yourself, or whatever, or just in a position by yourself every single time. You understand why that's a problem, right? So
Yeah.
use tendencies and frequencies. It's not just about using that against the enemies in terms of understanding what they like to do, how they do it, and which rate they're doing it, but myself. Me being like, wait, I've played A, I played B, I played mid, I played here, I played boom, 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 I played cat, I walked down here, I walked down here, so I played B three times in a row, then I went mid, then I went back B, then I went to A for 2 rounds, then I went back B, then you know what I'm saying? If you can confuse yourself like that, you're going to confuse them to not knowing where you are. Does that make sense?
And I think that's something I do good on Cypher, because I
Good.
just hate doing the
Right.
same setup and then shocking my shit and insta-dashing
exactly.
on me. Like, I force them on Cypher
Yeah.
to like slow walk up, listen for trips
Right.
on every site at a point. Like
Yes.
5 rounds in, they're just confused every
Good.
round. They're looking everywhere for my
Right.
trips. Like
It makes them scared. It slows the tempo down as well when you're of those type of agents. Obviously, Jet, they don't give a fuck, right? But if
Yeah.
you're a Cypher, Killjoy, they need to gather that information when you are unpredictable. But if they're predictable, for example, you know, usually Lotus is a really good example, but you know, what's generally where does the Sentinel play on Lotus? C. So if you know the Sentinel's always playing C, especially like a Chamber, we're just gonna run it down on that guy. He's solo,
Yeah,
right?
And they'll just run them down. Yeah.
And then on top of that, if we know that he's C all the time, we can use that against him. Guys, let's run a fake A, go C. So then they all start leaning A, but then we're gonna execute on C and he's by himself. Because we know what their setup is. Right? And we'll get into this further more in detail, right? For in terms of the game sense side. But right now we're just focusing on the positioning movement side. So we won't go there yet. It's in the game sense though, I put it there. So and I'll explain it further then. But so just bear with me. So be unpredictable, switch it up so they don't know, so they can't use that information against you. And then also it'll be of value because then you can kind of be like a ninja, like a ghost, where you know they're oh yo Jet, I saw Jet 3 times mid, and then they're like Jet's mid player, and then it throws off their identification of your guys' setup, and then that will help make them make the wrong read, and then the wrong plan, the wrong concept to use to try to win this round. Does that make sense? And that's happened to me too. It's not as rare, not like 90%. It happens like 2 out of 10 times where I've tracked their whole setup for 10 rounds in a row, right? And I just made the one wrong identification of one guy, and it just made the plan worse or better, whatever. It can go both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'll come into play.
My biggest pet peeve when I'm fighting a KO with a brain dead like Sentinel is like they will get knived in the same spot every time, and they won't change anything about it, and we just lose the game insta. It's like, come on, bro. Like, there's no way you can't just like just like play off site, bro. Like, there's anything, literally anything is better than just standing there every round. And
Exactly,
doing
and
the same thing. Like,
people don't understand this. This is. Do you play chess at all?
Nah.
Do you play? Do you play poker?
Chess. No, I used to play online chess though.
Okay, well,
a little bit.
This is where the skill, tendencies, and frequencies are really really important. Poker and chess. I played poker for a living. A lot of my friends are like obsessed over chess. They love the game of chess, right? You need to understand how they play as individuals. You gotta like get in their mind. You gotta know who they are, and then understand what rate they're doing certain things. And you just, bro, it's just like it becomes like an orchestra. You just know everything. You're like a map hacking god. Right, so I won't go into details with that, but these are like really important skills. So that's that. It's a life skill. It's not a Valorant skill. Okay, comes from life. So that's that. Okay, let's move on. So I think you understand it. I'm glad you can understand why it's important. I think 8 out of 10 students are just like, never heard of this before. I'm like, bruh. Like, even if they're like 25, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, but you're 20, you understand it. Good. You're a smart guy. right?
Mhm.
So that's that. Let's move on. Sorry. I wanted to just briefly touch on what the guy said. So the guy was like, "Oh, where should you go then?" So I'm like, "Okay, fight for A, right? These are your options on
Mhm.
ascent. Go cat, walk down mid, walk down A, take the peek on B main, walk down B main, right? And then those are your options. That's it. What else can we fucking do on defense? So, but
Yeah.
don't just peek. Sometimes make a play. Take space. If I were to
Mhm.
ask you, how many times did you take space? You'd say 0. You never flank
Yeah.
them, never walk down, right?
Just played retake after seeing no one mid, and that was it.
And I won't go into this too crazily, but taking space is very important. Okay, it's money. Space is money in this game. Do you like money?
Mhm.
I like
Of
money.
course, bro.
And if you like money, you need to take space because space is not only control, it's information. Money, it's information. And with that information, we will generally know where they are. And then when we generally know where they are, we will generally know what they can do. And I will just teach you this one concept I teach a lot of my students, and we'll move on. Okay? So it's called the rule of thirds. Okay? To me, that's what I labeled it. 10 out of 12 maps, 13 maps now because of Corrode, okay, are in thirds. Even Corrode is in thirds. Okay? Ascent, it goes under that category where it's in thirds. A third, mid third. It's a rough third. It's not a perfect third. Okay.
It's like A side, mid
Right.
side, B side.
You get my
Yeah.
point, right? Good.
Mhm.
Some people are like, well, is that? I'm like, bro, like, it's a rough third. It's just visualize
Yeah,
with me.
yeah.
Okay, so B, R spawn, their spawn, B main site. Okay, mid, R mid, top mid, bottom mid, spawn, their spawn.
Mhm.
A, lobby, main, site, R spawn, right? Okay, now obviously some maps are unique where there's like these areas, but still a part of that third. Okay, and this is the example where if we walk down here, right? Okay, like this, and and start the round. Let's say our teammates are defaulting. It's slow. There's no information. Just bear with me. And you walk down. You're like, yo, absolutely nothing. A, where are they? Generally,
They're either mid or B.
good.
Probably B. if you're
They're
done.
either
If
in
you're
the
hearing
mid
that
third
A, like,
or in the B third, right? And we can use it in any combination. Let's say your teammate walked down mid and you walk down A. Where are they? Super simple.
Yeah, I mean, it just helps with getting unknowns. Like it limits your unknowns from
Exactly. It's information.
mid side, A side, B
right?
side to just mid side,
Yeah.
B side. You're like,
And we know where they are. If our teammate walked down mid and they cleared it, nothing tiles, and we walked down A main, there's nothing there. It's their B main. Like where else are they, right? And
Yeah.
then and why this is important is because once you can gather this money, the space and the information, we will generally know where they are. So I'll give you an example. We walk down A main. Our teammates are clear. You walk down here. And you're like, yo, they're all B. Without a doubt, we know they're all B or 4 or 3. Majority of them are B. Okay?
Mhm.
We know where they are, right?
Mhm.
What are their options from here?
Sorry, say that again.
So we walk down mid and we have A main. We know where they are, all B, right? Nobody's dead mid or A main. We know they're B. What are their options? What can they do?
They can just run out B main, or they can turn around and go back.
Good. Right.
Mid or,
And if they come back and rotate to you, well, you know.
yeah.
Right. How? Through noise. You'll hear fucking 3-4 people running off. Or contact. You come here. You were flanking because you took space and had all info that they're here. So you came here and they started walking off or running off. Doesn't matter the situation. And you kill one and they trade you. Or you kill 2 and they trade you. Or you kill all 3 or 4. Or they just kill you and you get nothing. But there's information off this contact. Right? Because let's say you came here and you died. Didn't get 1 kill. What would you tell your teammates?
They're leaving.
Right, and what will they do? They'll start going A. You've given them the correct information. Obviously, pros think 3 steps ahead. Once they come back and kill this guy, they'll go back because then they understand this guy's calling that they're leaving. So his teams go there and they go over there. Does that make sense? I saw this in China VCT the other night, literally 2 nights ago. EDG, they did it, where they were A, okay, stacked A, and they Z-Light Gaming flanked. They killed him. This guy's calling that they're leaving, but they went back and they had a free site. So it's a little bit more advanced thinking there. But so if we can take this space and acquire money and information, we will generally know where they are. By generally knowing where they are, we will know what they can do. Does that make sense? And with knowing what they can do, it's easy to find a solution. No?
Yeah.
And adjust. and try to
Yeah.
put him in the ground and start stacking B. Okay, stuff like that. It's all situational, right? These are some rough, very simple examples. But these are examples you're going to see a lot once you start taking space, controlling, gathering information, and then finding where they are, and then you know what they are, know what they can do. They can run it down B or come back, but you will know, right? So
Yeah.
that's that. Okay. Any questions with that?
Do you think that it even helps like identify their lurkers? Like you might be able to
Yeah,
hear them
of course.
like take a step mid or whatever, or like
Yep, that's
can
happened
you?
too.
I don't know how higher elo player like sentinels will like flank trips or anything, but
Yep.
like in Diamond, bro, they just put a flank trip on whatever site they're hitting, and that's what it is. So if you're like
Sure.
walking up,
Yeah.
and you hear a trip or something B or like A, you know that they probably are like mid are going to hit it like A. Like
Sure.
you know that they're they've tripped it for a reason. So
Yep.
like
So
yeah.
yep, you could try to understand your general elo's habits. That's good. Using tendencies and frequencies. Oh, in Diamond elo, they just trip where they're going. Okay, perfect. When I hear the trip B, I can call that, yo, they're going B. Right? You can use that. Okay, at the highest level, they are not that bad. They're gonna
Yeah,
put
right.
they're gonna be so good. Start of the round, they're running A. This is what I do. Put my trip
All
here,
for it.
whether it's here on the barrier or here, right here, and then I run back to B, and I put one more. Then I start starting mid. Put my cam here, control all of mid. There's a trip on A, and then there's a trip for them as well. If let's say I decide to go here, and then whatever, there's some guys wrap through our spawn, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're secured. It's not like we don't 100% don't know. You understand? So
Yeah.
that's generally how the higher level players play, is where they'll
Yeah.
trip both sides, so they have both info. Obviously a Vice can't trip both sides, but what they'll do is, let's say that they're going B, Vice will put the trip on A, and then he'll sit mid, because then the team will hold B third, he holds mid third, and then the A third is covered with his wall, right?
Right,
You could
yeah.
even think about like
Sort
Chamber
of the same thing with
or
the
like
Chamber, yeah.
Killjoy, right?
Mhm.
Stuff like that. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Try to apply this. Take space more. Okay, I'll give you 2 more tips in terms of taking space. The first tip I usually tell my students, when you take space, okay, it's going to be listen. If you, let's say for example, you want to walk down A, okay, you listen for any fucking missed noise, any utility being thrown out, anything. Then you vigilantly clear, because they can walk down, they can contact, right? If you just listen, nothing there, you're dead, right? A lot of times.
Yeah.
So listen for any noise, take 2 seconds, listen, be very sensitive, and then start walking down, clearing all your fucking corners. Okay, come here, clear this, make sure, slicing the pie. Okay, and then you relay what you see. I always tell my students, tell them what you see when you take space. Guys, nothing A, right? And then what will we know? Guys, they're only mid or B. Then let's say you round this corner, nothing mid, absolutely nothing. I took the space. They start stacking B, and then you start flanking, and then you use what I taught you here was like, we'll know what they'll do. They're either going to go in. They only have 2 choices. They're going to go in or they're going to come back. Okay, and you will know if they come back and try to rotate, right? So, and if you do, try to capitalize, kill them all. Okay, so that's that. Right. The second tip is there's some conditioning involved. So, for example, let's say this is just a rough example. They went A 5 rounds in a row. You guys absolutely shit on them. It's 5-0, right? Will they go a 6th round A? What's the possibility? Probably not so high.
I mean, technically it's 50-50, obviously, but of course not. They're going to be in their head like, damn, we went there 5 times, we lost, we have to switch up. Like,
yeah, I can understand. That's a valid thought process. But to me, it's less than 50-50. It's going to be like 20-80. Okay, at the highest levels, once they lose 5 rounds in a row, that's maybe the case where we can say, yo, they're going to go again, because they understand it's unpredictable, right? Your elo will be like, oh, or, Ascended 3 elo will be like, oh, they're going to go B. But in Immortal 3 Plus, they're going to be like, yo, they know we're going to go B because we lost on A 5 times. Let's go A again. You see how unpredictable. Like, they thinking like 3-4 layers ahead, right? So that's like the one case we can make where they probably will come A. Even then, it's fine. But let's use this example. They went A 5 times. We shit on them. It's 5-0. So we understand in their mind, they're like, oh, it's hard. It's not working. So they switch it up, right? They're going to go B. You know they're going to go B. You have a read. Then you start A. You go back to the first tip. Listen. Vigilantly clear. Then you use information. Your teammate might be like, yo, 3B. Then what does that say? It confirms your read that they're gonna go B because they got shitted on A the last 5 rounds, and then you start doing what I taught you. Guys, nothing A. Confirmed. They're B. You were right. Okay, I got a flank, etc. Wait, don't die.
Yeah.
Whatever. At that point, leave it up to you, right? So, those are the 2 tips on how to take space better. And then we talked about why taking space is important. I'll talk about the 2 maps real quick that are not in thirds. Fracture is a third that is in quarters, right? B main, arcade. Okay, A drop side, sand side, A main side. Okay, so that sand
Right.
A main side is 1 quarter. Okay, so it's a little bit more unique of a map. Okay, the other map that is not in quarters or thirds is bind. To me personally, I mean, you could put, people can put it into
half and
thirds.
half.
Yes, it's in
Yeah,
halves.
I agree.
It's just B side, A side. Obviously, there's a short side that connects everything, but it's still A short, hookah side short.
You can cut it right down the middle.
Right,
And, yeah.
exactly. I'm glad you can realize that. Some students are like, I'm like, bro. Okay, but that's that. Okay, so that's just some map knowledge there for you, where you can start understanding that. Wait, they're on B side. I walk down A, only B. They can TP or come back to me. That's it. Super simple when it's a half, right? But when it's
Yeah.
quarters, thirds, gets a little bit more trickier,
Yeah.
but still use the same concept. Okay,
Mhm.
that's that. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, that's it. Let's move on. The next thing is, okay, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like,
Mhm.
the chat was saying it too. Okay, this note says too much unnecessary movement. Stop trying to be prod. I wrote that.
Bro, on my life,
Bro.
I'm not. I just,
Bro.
bro, I can't just even like in the range, bro. Like I'm
Yeah.
just.
It's not as
It's not even,
bad
like,
actually as some students. I've had some students trying to literally mimic this guy, and I'm just like, bro, what are you, like some EU guys? I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Do you understand that
yeah.
nobody respects prod? He's like, really? In NA? I'm like, yes. Nobody fucking thinks he's good. He's a
Nobody.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible player because of how he
Yeah.
moves. Maybe not aim. I actually think his aim is really good. Mechanically,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
super like crazy. Like what the fuck? But it's his movement. People are just like, bro, like come on, like play a little bit more serious, you know, like stop
Yeah,
trolling.
and I was gonna say maybe I didn't notice
know-
it, but I felt like I was only doing that really like in just like the early game, like the pre-game, like
Yeah.
just running around waiting for the timer to drop,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah, and so, you know, we don't have to break this note down too much, we won't, but keep it more calm, right? Don't make
Yeah.
so many unnecessary, like, bro, there was even around mid, you were fucking going back and forth. Like, you're just like, you're like, start being, like, you're just, like, bro, just make a read, look at the minimap, okay, figure out what's going on, get ahead, because you're being reactionary as well.
yeah,
They go B, so I'm gonna come here. Then they cut noise. Then they leave, so I'm gonna go back. Then they cut noise again, and you're just lost. You didn't know go B
Yeah,
or A.
yeah.
Remember that round where they started B, and then your clove was
and then
holding
I
the
turned
tiles.
right back around.
Yeah, you're just, and that to me is the unnecessary movement. Not necessarily the micro, like you doing this shit. Still unnecessary as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of thinking more the macro as well. But both
Right.
was there, where you're doing some unnecessary micro movement, and then also the macro movement. You're just reactionary, bro. Be proactive. Get ahead of them by using space, information, stuff like walking down, being aggressive. If that makes sense.
Right.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
instead of being passive, waiting around for them to do, and this is like, I'm gonna be honest, this is like the most common average mid elo thing to do is just be reactionary. Oh, they're gonna go A, so I'm gonna run A. Okay, now they're going B, I'm gonna go back. Okay, just
Yeah, like
They're
I
going
literally
A.
did, I held it for 10
Yeah.
seconds. There's nothing. My Sova sees someone A, and I instantly turn around. It's like,
right, right.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a thing where, okay, most people they go A, they just start running A. Okay, I'll give you a tip. They go A, go walk down mid. Nothing mid, guys. Absolutely nothing. We have space. I'm flanking them. Now we know 4 A. Give me some time. I'll kill 3. And if they come, do we have information? Yes, we do. Like I
Yeah.
taught you. They'll run out back or they'll contact back, but you will take the contact. You'll kill them. They'll kill you. Whatever that trade becomes. 2v1, 1-for-1, 0-for-1, whatever. Okay? So that's what also space taking will help is being proactive. You're being proactive, not reactionary. You're getting ahead. You're eating up what they're giving you. Okay, so that's how you can think about it. Right. So let's move on.
Yeah.
Any questions with this note?
Nope.
Okay, that's that. The next thing, not waiting for his team slash asking slash confirm. This is an attacking note slash confirming he's gonna swing. He's just playing
Yeah.
by himself. Remember that round where you just ran it down and died here? I was just like, bro, at least tell them you're going. They're all here
Mhm.
waiting around, contacting, and you're just running it down, dying. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this,
Yeah.
and this is one thing I'll say. One thing I always tell my students is like, just because we label these 5 categories, they're not individual. Yes, they are individual fundamentals, mechanics, conceptual, whatever. But you need to apply all of these together where they become harmony, one unit in skills. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So this note isn't just a movement, positioning, mental note. It's also a communication note, right? It's also whatever. Okay, there's gonna be some rounds you use just game sense plus aim, or maybe just utility usage and positioning, or just communication, or communication plus your utility plus your game sense plus your aim. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're intertwined. They're connected
Mhm.
together. And so that's what I'd like you to think about as well. But you need to add your communication here. They're not on the same page as you. They don't know what the fuck you're gonna do, right?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
and that is a disadvantage to us. That is non-minus EV expected value. That is in the long term not gonna help us. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I would like you to think about it. There isn't much to talk about in this note besides next time apply. You want to run it down, tell them. I'm a player where I tell them everything. I don't yap about nothing. I tell them what I'm going to do so they get a general idea of how to think or be ready for the bad results and good results. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Guys, I'm going to walk down
Yeah.
this round. And then they're like, okay, just be careful. Okay? And then they already know that there's a risk of me dying. They don't need to get mad at me because I told them that. Right?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going in. Then what is the expectation when I say I'm going in? They have to get ready to put their smokes down and utility down. And if they don't do that, whose fault is that? Not mine. It's theirs. But if
Yeah,
you
but if
just
you say
go
nothing,
in,
then it's their
exactly,
fault.
then it's your fault. Because how can they be ready? Does that make sense?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
some food for thought. To be elite, this is what is required, is to incorporate a lot of skills together. You can kind of do it like how I want to or not. I would recommend you do call everything you are going to do. Guys, I'm going to start
Mhm.
cat this round, okay? And then they'll play off that. Nobody's going to
Right.
come to cat if you tell them you're going to come cat. But what happened mid? You didn't even tell them you're coming mid. You started mid every time, and the Clove's here with you. Like, bro, there's 2 people holding one angle.
Yeah.
Like it's minus EV. They can
Yeah,
and then once if they're good enough and they identify that it's always Clove Jet mid, they can use that against you. They're like, wait, there's 2 mid. Let's go A. Let's go B. It's probably not B. They'll
Yeah.
probably go A if that's the case, right? Because
Yeah.
you guys can go B faster than you guys can go A, right? They're like, oh, it's just gonna be 1A, 2 mid, 2 B, whatever,
Yeah, that makes
right?
sense.
So they can also use that against you. So that's why we're focusing about these things, talking about it, so that way they don't. You're so good.
Mhm.
You're so aware that you're unpredictable. They won't know where you go. Okay? And then you guys are all on the same page, being able to hold multiple angles like you're supposed to as a team. Synergy,
Mhm.
respect, trust, plus EV, team edge. It's not always about your edge. You being able to run it down, kill people. It's about everybody together.
I
How
mean,
we-
you could be a Jet and go 0-20 and still have the most impact.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what I say a lot. I don't know if you heard me say that on stream, where I tell them, I don't care what your score is. As long as you're doing
Mhm.
your job, communicating, leading, managing your teammates, you've done your job in to some degree. At least you're doing something productive rather than killing people, which is not that productive to me in my eyes. To me,
Yeah.
the moral value is setting up everybody else, your team, so that they can get the kills rather than you just getting kills. Does that make sense? That's to me more value. You're taking care of 4 people instead of yourself. It's 4 versus 1, right? Obviously, there's it's babysitting. It's annoying, but there's skill in that.
Yeah.
It's people management skills, right? So that's a food for thought there, right? Any questions with this note? Waiting for teammates, asking, confirming he's gonna swing, go in, play somewhere. You can apply with anything. I'm gonna walk down. Okay, stuff like guys. We need to group up,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. good. Let's move on. The next thing is second last. These last two notes are really small. The next note is running and gunning a bit too much. So there were moments
Yeah.
on defense.
I remember one round specifically.
yeah,
I had my Phantom.
an
and I'm just
attack.
like,
Yeah, you're running and gunning a bit too much. You need to start practicing dead zoning. Okay, where
Yeah.
I can always be on the move and be pretty accurate. I'm not saying it's gonna be 100%. The pros are probably at the level where it's 100%, but you need to be at a level where it's 100%. Even though I'm moving, I'm able to stop, shoot, and be 100% or 95, 6. Okay,
Yeah.
accurate. Okay, you see the
Yeah.
big difference of me? I'm still moving, I'm still mobile,
Mhm.
and my bullets are still accurate. But like, bro, like you're never gonna get value here like this. You're always gonna die against good players, and that's what
Yeah,
you need to start.
100%. That was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and
I was
I'll,
gonna just,
yeah. Go ahead.
sorry. Yeah. I was just gonna say like, yeah. I most of the time it's actually like quite rare for me unless I have a Stinger. You won't really see me running gunning, but like
Yeah,
I had a Phantom there, and I don't know why, but I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it. I was just like,
hi mana.
I mean, I guess in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, if my team's there, like, I killed one already, and I mean, I might as well just try and just
And I can understand
waste
that
as
case
much of this guy's
with
time as possible. Get traded is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't really.
I think with Stinger is the only gun you can literally run
Yeah,
and gun with. Like
100%.
this is like
Yeah,
like
I mean,
the only
I
gun.
did it twice, and
Yeah, like this is pretty much the only exception to where you're able to just swing wide and just fucking control it and kill this
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
because it's just so the fire rate's so fast. But
Yeah.
these guns, okay, Phantom Vandal, Guardian, Bulldog.
Was I doing it with my Vandal? I think
no,
I
no,
only
no,
remember
no,
doing
no.
it.
It was near the end. This note came up near the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't early
I think
on.
I did it
It wa-
with Phantom
I-
once.
and why I'm bringing it up, even though it wasn't too many times, it was that I don't want you to make that a habit and then it becomes a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want to make sure
Yeah.
that you're just elite, and I'll kind of work on this with you after these notes. But that's that. Okay, so stop running gunning.
Yeah.
Okay, when like when you catch yourself, just be like, okay, that was bad, or fix it,
Yeah.
or think about it a little bit. Stuff. Obviously, there'll be times you're running gun and it works out. Sometimes it
Yeah,
won't.
and that's the
Right.
that's the worst part is like when it works out, I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't even think about it, but when you get shown instant, you're like, yeah, that was the dumbest play I could have
Exactly.
ever done.
But
like,
when it works out,
if
you're
you
like,
get
oh my
rewarded, you don't
god.
even think about
Yeah, it conditions you to be
Yeah.
subjective and being like,
Yeah.
oh, it was good. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm the best. No, objectively,
I
it's
think
terrible.
also, just like we were up so much that I wasn't
Sure.
even really thinking. Like I
Yeah.
didn't really have the.
Sure. There are
I'm
some.
gonna say the care, I guess, to like
There are some.
try and take a
Yeah,
normal fight.
there are some thought process there, which is valid because you're up, so you're kind of just fooling around.
Yeah.
But my main concern is that there's too much room for error when you
Yeah.
make this a habit. That's all. I just don't want it to
Yeah.
become a habit. That's why. I'm not saying you
Right.
did it all the time. You did it maybe 2 times, but
Mm-hmm.
still, just some food for thought there. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
The next thing is a pro note. Okay, can be really aggro and run it down. But what should we incorporate with just running it down positionally, movement wise? What should we add? Instead of just running it down, what else should we do that will make it better? Super simple. We talked about it.
Calming, like
Yes.
I don't know, like I feel like that's
Guys, I'm running it down. They'll be ready for you to run it down.
Yeah.
Smokes will go down. They'll look at your positioning when you're running it down and throw darts, dogs, flashes for you. With
Right.
good players. Maybe not in this elo, but as you get up. And that's how we have to think. Don't ever think, okay, we got to play like in the diamond elo. No, you're better than that. I believe that. You need to believe that. And you need to start thinking, how should I play at the highest level?
Yeah.
Right? Because that will help you get ready for those moments and times. And also, these guys are so bad. If you think like that, it'll still work. You don't need to adjust really if you play at a high level. Like, bro, they're bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's that. So I thought it was really good that you can run it down. I think you can also involve some planning involved as well. Guys, like plays, setting up plays. Guys, can you throw a flash for me? Dog, I want a dart here. Being that leader, that IGL, and setting yourself up. Because when you run it down, you're setting yourself up, right? And when you are making a plan or a call, guys, let's run a fake, go A, go B, you're setting up the team. So you need to be able to
Yeah.
do both. Okay, when I, like 2 months ago, I had a friend. He was like, yo, bro. And I played with this guy since the beginning. Valorant. We learned the game together. Okay, he's also a Mortal 2 peak. I'm a Mortal 3 peak, but he's also a Mortal player. And he was like, yo, bro, lately, yo, man, you don't really set yourself up. And I was thinking about what he said. I was like, wait, it's kind of true. Like I don't set myself up at all. I'm only setting up my teammates, like the calling, planning, IGLing the macro, right? To get them on
Right.
site. And then I was thinking, I was like, wait, he's actually so right. I used to set myself up all the time, and it's kind of switched. And I was thinking, and I was like, okay, I have to do both. I have to be able to
Right.
tell my team to set me up and be able to set certain guys up or my whole team in general.
Yeah.
So what I really mean is that you need to have a balance. Don't just run it down by yourself and always expect them to set you up. You need to kind of set them up too. Okay, obviously
Right.
it's situational with agents and utility and comms and stuff like that. But just some food for thought there for your future reference and your journey. If you want to be elite, don't just set yourself up. Gotta do both. And it comes back to IGLing and the communication with yourself, setting yourself up, or communication and IGLing for the whole team setup. The
Right.
plan to get them on site for free 80% of the time. Does that make sense? So that's that. Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Last section. We're almost done. Okay, 3 more notes. Bear with me.
Can I quickly go piss real
Yep,
quick?
yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
All right, one second.
Wow, I'm the same rank and same peak in the student right now and have the same problems. Nice, nice. Then you should definitely try to apply and take in as much knowledge as you can from this session because you know, you'll learn. So and get better like he is. He's bro, from the beginning of the session and now I see already a big mental improvement. He's starting to understand critically. In the beginning of the session, I asked him, yo, what's wrong with your game? He's like, I don't know. Now he's just like, yeah, this is bad. Oh, okay, now I understand. He's getting this edge back. He's starting to, kind of think of certain things that he needs to, which is really important. Wait, Park's new PC, 30 FPS, Pog. No, not at 30 FPS. I think it's just because I'm in the custom game, Pookie. That is all. Any questions from the chat while we wait? Any chats? Wait, what did this guy say? I have one more session, but I don't know. Let me see what he said. Yep. We're almost done. We are almost done. Just get through these game sense notes. 3 more. And then I'm going to provide him with all the information that he needs for training. Stuff like that. You still charge the same for coaching. It's $30 for the first session. Second sessions onwards are $25. It's not the same as it was in the beginning. $20 for the first session and then $15. I had to raise it a little bit at some point. Bro, I was barely making $7 an hour. Not even. I was making like $5 an hour, like slaving. Doing 4 sessions a day, bro. Those are the days, man. You still got the OG prices for the OGs, right? No, I don't have the OG prices, but I have a community price. So it's $30 for the first session, and then $20 after. But in your case, I can make an exception for $25 per session if you want. Oh, wait. You already did your first session, so you're at $20. Actually, yeah. Totally forgot, yeah. So long ago, bro. Okay, yo, you there? You there? Can you hear me? Hello? Am I muted? Oh yeah, I meant.
Yo.
Yo, can you hear me?
You're.
Okay, let's get into this one, okay? The next note, this first note in Game Sense and Mental Game is, do you do VOD review? Yes. Is understand tendencies and frequencies of the enemy. Be proactive, not reactive. And I don't know if you actually heard me say this on stream or not, but I'll just briefly, have you actually? I should probably start with that.
I don't recall, but I think
Okay,
if you start
that's fine.
explaining it, I might like.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to see if I need to go in super detail or not. Okay, so that's that. So What is tendencies and frequencies? Do you know the definition? Try to answer. What
Well,
is tendencies? We'll go
like,
one by one.
enemy tendencies could be like Cypher lurking A every round, or like their jet like, or like frequencies could be them going like doing the same like smoke setup and then doing the same execute on A 3 times in a row. Like,
Oof.
I think
So
that's
you
gonna be
actually
what
got
would-
it backwards, actually. So
Really?
tendency, yeah. So tendency, okay, is in the name. What you tend to do, what he tends to do, right? So it's
Mhm.
all about what you like to do and how you do it. Okay? Frequency is in which rate they are doing it. Okay, the
Right.
number side. So I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say you're on attack and this guy on defense walked down A main 3 out of 5 rounds or 5 out of 5 rounds, doesn't matter the example. Okay, we can label his tendency. He walks down A main, right? He likes to walk down, and the frequency in which rate he's doing it is what? 3 out of 5, 5 out of 5.
Right.
So he likes to walk down all the time, most of the time, sometimes, never, here and there. You can. It doesn't need to be in numbers. It can be in that type of terms, where it's like sometimes, always, permanently, perma. You know how you hear people say that, right? He's permanently here. That means his frequencies is always there, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, it's not pinpointing exactly, but still, it's like, yo,
I
he's
mean,
there
it would
like.
be like me just peeking mid there, like this entire game. Like that's just
Right.
my
Yeah.
tendency is to peek mid, and my
Yeah.
frequency is always.
Yeah, if I played against you, I'd be like, yo, Jet's always mid.
Yeah.
He likes to play mid, and he's always mid, 6 out of 8
Mhm.
times, right? And then you can see how they can use that against you. Wait, Jet Clove mid 4 out of 6 times. Let's go A. There's more resistance mid, right? Okay, so it's not only important to track the individuals tendencies and frequencies, the 5 enemy individuals, every individual. Yo, Cypher likes to always lurk A. Yo, Jet, Reyna are always AFK mid. Okay, you know, Sova and Clove, sometimes they come tiles, but then sometimes there will be A main, whatever. I'm bringing up a random example, right? It's not only important to track the individuals, it's really important to track the whole enemy as well. The team, the unit. Guys, they are running it down on us. They ran it down. They like to run it down, and it's 5 out of 5 rounds. The tendencies, they like to
Right.
run it down, and it's all the time. Guys, they're defaulting, you know, 6 out of 9 rounds. They like to
Yeah.
default, and it's a lot. Be careful. Play slow. Don't walk down. They're holding us. Do you understand how that kind of comes into play when you start thinking about
Yeah.
it? Because if we can understand how the enemy as a whole play and the individuals, bro, you're just map hacking, right?
Right.
And it's really important. You don't do this one time a game. You need to be tracking this shit from the beginning. And that's what I do. Pistol round. If you're on attack, track what you saw, and then try to figure out what has been adjusted. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. For example, I can even give you a more advanced example. Like, guys, they default a lot. They like to default. It's a lot. Cypher's A main when they default. The Reyna Jet's mid. Sova Clove B main. Or Reyna's always mid with the Jet. Cypher's solo mid with a Sova tiles. Clove is B main. Or Clove is B main and Sova is B main. Right? You see what I'm not only understanding how the team likes to play, but I'm also understanding individually where they are, the pieces are within the team play. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is super crucial, because if you can start getting good at this, developing it, understanding it, you will always understand what the solution is at hand.
Let's go.
And that's the most important thing in Valorant. Knowing what they like
Right.
to do, how they're doing it, what's the rate they're doing it, right? Because if they default 1 out of 10 times, we're not going to play slow on defense and not walk down, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense. They're not doing it that much. We're probably going to start
Right.
fast rotating because they're doing something
Careful with
else.
the
So
edges.
whatever
Not
this
sure if I could
other
catch
options
you in
are.
time if you fell
right?
off.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
try,
kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, so once you kind of figure out what they're doing, we can get a solution. For example, I'll give you one, okay? Where it's like, we're on attack, and we've identified, yo, Cypher plays B. I'll just make a random one up. I can't think of one in your game. My brain's going blank right now. But
There wasn't much in my game.
yeah, like, let's say, one Clove is mid, okay, and then they put a KO and a Jet, Reyna and a KO. KO plays site, Reyna plays tree, Clove plays mid, and they play Sova Cypher on B,
Mhm.
right? So we know individually what they like to, how they like to set up, and what rate is it all the times. Maybe they go back and forth, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll say, guys, but as a whole, they're fast rotating. If we contact here, they start fucking booking it. Wait, when we
Right.
make contact here, they don't move. They're just AFK, defaulting around, playing passively, waiting for us. You need to identify that. You understand? You need
Yeah,
to
that makes
really be able to track, store, and then be able to relabel, re-identify, so that way there's solutions. Because, for example, in this example, guys, they like to fast rotate, and this is their setup. This is what they like to do, and majority of the time how they'll set up. Cypher Sova here, Clove here, Reyna, KO here, guys, and they fast rotate. Fast rotate. Let's contact A, not as in walk up, but let's make noise, fight people here. So what happens? What does the defensive team will do? What will they do?
If you contact up there,
No. We take contact, not contact up in the concept, but we take contact. We ran up here and start making noise and fighting.
oh, they'll probably just insta rotate or
Right.
most of them are leaving.
So they
and going to-
insta rotate, but we already set up a plan to go B. Fake A, go
to, like,
B.
counter that, yeah.
Right. Does that make sense? But I
Yeah.
cannot find that solution without understanding their setup individually and then how they
Mhm.
play as a team. Are they fast rotating? Fast rotating? Is the rotational speed slow? Are they defaulting on defense, permanently anchoring? Right?
Mm.
You need to be
Mhm.
able to pick up this shit and store and track. Okay? Does that make sense? I
Right.
hope that makes sense. Okay?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so and I'll be honest, this is what I do in my games, and it helps me get like a 65, 70 plus 80% getting my team on the site for free, because I'm just using pure logic, right? By
Mhm.
identifying what they do, and then I use that against them, like I told you how they would, and that's how I would use it against you too. Yo, Clove and Jets mid, let's go A, derp, run it down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, or whatever. Let's fake A, go B. We're gonna help them move. And as you get better at this too, you're gonna start developing understanding movement, how to get them to move where we want them to go. That's key in this game.
Right.
If you can't do that, you're never gonna get on site for free. You're always gonna be running into
Yeah.
3, 4 people, and you're getting fucking shit on. And obviously,
Yeah.
that's not a value to us, right? And so
No.
this part actually ties in with the IGLing. This is why I told you, be an IGL, so you can set them up like this. Guys, this is what I have identified. This is how they like to play. Most 8 out of 10 times. As a unit, they rotate fast. They don't rotate at all. They permanently anchor. This is what we're going to do. I want this. I want this guy here, I want this utility here. Boom, 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 boom. And then you manage them when the round starts. Don't just call it and do nothing. AFK. You got to babysit them. That's the whole thing with IGLing that people don't like. So you got to babysit them. But if you master the skill and tool,
Mhm.
trust me, bruh, you're going to be winning rounds. And when you start winning rounds at a high percentage, because you can identify well and make good solutions and adjustments, you're going to start winning games. When you start winning games, you're going to start gaining RR. When you start gaining RR, you're going to start climbing. And once you start climbing, you're going to hit your goals. It starts from the bottom up. People don't understand. They just think climbing means winning. No.
Mhm.
It starts from your edge in the rounds, then it leads up to games, then your RR, and then it goes to your goal. Right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's how you need to start thinking about it. Pick up the IGL role, identify using tendencies and frequencies. Okay, it's really important. Okay, you can even use the tendencies and frequencies on yourself to be unpredictable. Wait, I was mid 4 times. It's too many times. They're gonna know. That's what I do. I
Right.
think about myself in their shoes. Okay, so that's that. All right.
Mhm.
Any questions? I think you understand.
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's
Yeah.
move on. The next thing is call for the forest instead. This is like a small fundamentals of economy communication note. Call for the forest instead of just AFK buying by himself. 2 out of 5 bot. Needs to get.
I bought Deagle first round, then
Yeah.
Deagle second round light armor, then I bought Stinger second round on attack, and then I
Yeah.
kept it for third. Like, yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you
but
mean.
yeah, and I agree. And you should just communicate to that, guys. I'm forcing. Do you guys want to force? Like, if you don't want to take it to the level where I do, then you do that.
Mhm.
Guys, you want to force? Right? That's a nice way. You know what I say? Guys, force right now. Everybody buy.
Yeah.
When I make that decision, because whatever, I've made the right identification, or I just feel like it'll work, or it's a good chance we're gonna shit on these noobs, right? By just forcing and being aggressive in terms of economy. We've got 10 rounds to spare. Don't worry about it, right? It's not a big deal,
And so,
right?
like you said earlier, like if I don't tell them to force or ask them to force, and we lose because I force, that's on me. But if I
Right.
say to, and then we
Yeah.
lose,
like,
and
we
because
all
they didn't,
agreed.
Like, yeah, like,
Yeah, if you all agree, it's not really on you. You just had an idea. They capitalized. Obviously, maybe something could have went wrong there, where the thought process of force was bad, maybe because I don't know, whatever. They had two out, but we don't know that. But you know what I'm saying. So,
Mhm.
just communicate it. It's as easy as that, and you'll be surprised. And why I put AFK buying by himself 2 out of 5 bot is like, do we want 5 people to buy when we buy, or do we want 1, 2 people? Which one is
we
more
want all
better?
5.
Right. Just logically makes sense. Think about a tactical SWAT team. Do you want a squad with 2 shotguns, or do you want a squad with 2 shotguns, 3 rifles, and the other squad just has 2 shotguns between 5 people? 2 people are
Right.
holding 1 shotgun. One guy's holding the back. One guy's holding the trigger. Like in Russia back in the day, in the Cold War, they don't have enough fucking bullets and guns for each. Like, bro, it's like, bro, like, or China. I think that was China. That was the case. They didn't have enough guns for each person. You know what I'm saying? You see how silly that is? It's dumb as fuck. What's the fucking point of that many
Yeah.
people on the team or whatever? Right? We can take it to that extent, but yeah. So this involves a lot: game sense, communication. That's pretty much it. So just make sure that
Yeah.
you're on top of that comms. Because I'm gonna be honest, your communication, even though you're holding back, was definitely the biggest problem. I can see in
Yeah.
your games, even though I've only seen you play 1 game, and you told me you're like, I don't communicate. It's like, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
problem.
and it's
You're not gonna
And
get
I
team
feel like
edge.
if I did, like my comms wouldn't be bad either. Like I feel like I know how to comm. I just don't
And-
know. I just don't choose to
Yeah.
for some reason.
And you'll be surprised how much edge you'll gain by telling them, guys, let's force here. Everybody's on the same page, and you guys are communicating, running it down. Yo, throw the smokes out. Yo, I close the door. Yo, clear the site. Clear the site. Yo, it's clear. Bombs down. Bro, like, that's a 2% edge. But if we can add a 2% edge, 3% edge, 5% edge, 10% edge, and the mistakes we're making, and like it adds up to a 50% edge in your whole game, like, bro, you might even rank up like 5 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
I can think of a time where like it was on Ascent 2, like we would run out and no one would shoot the dart and no one would try and close door, and then after
Right.
the round, after like 4 times of it, I would say it, and then
Yeah.
somebody would at least make the effort, whereas I could constantly comment and then it would
Yeah.
always be done. Like
exactly. You can be reliable. They can be
Yeah.
reliable because you guys are on the same page, team coordination, team synergy, rapport, trust, and it turns into team edge, intangibles that people don't think about, and they're just all selfish, don't want to communicate. Think about the intangibles, the hidden stuff that matter. It's obviously not on paper. Who thinks about fucking team edge? Nobody.
yeah, right.
But when you think about it to that degree, it's like, why wouldn't I gain a 5% chance to at least help win this round versus 0 or negative?
Right.
Absolutely no reliability from my teammates because they don't know what the fuck's going on, what we want to do.
Mhm.
So I'll leave it at that on how you want to process that information. But I think you understand. Okay, last note. So any more questions with this note?
Nope.
Okay, good. Last note, pro note, we're not breaking it down. I wrote he can be pretty aware with directional audio and minimap. I think in terms of directional audio, you're pretty sensitive. You're pretty aware. Okay? Minimap was good too, still slow. Okay, you'll see it in the VOD if you rewatch it, where there was a moment, that round, where I was like, oh, they're starting B, lost B, you went here, you were sitting here, and I said they're gonna go back tiles. I said it to this chat. They went back
Yeah.
tiles, okay? And then you went back here, but you didn't realize that after like 4 seconds.
Right.
Before, like, after I said it. Or you realize it after I said it, right? Like, I'm that much quicker, and I'm not saying I'm that much better of a person than you, but I can think
I know what you're
that
saying,
much
yeah.
quicker than you. Right?
Identify it that much.
Yes.
Like yeah.
That is
Yeah.
edge. That is the difference between Me being able to be proactive with that read, come down here, put myself in a good position to kill 3 people, or like you, where you're just running around and spawn doing nothing, no value, minus EV. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? So
Yeah, 100%.
I would like you to be more aware of the mini map. Okay, that's
Mhm.
what I really mean with this note. The mini map, in a lot of ways, people don't understand this, gives you answers. And then
Yeah.
obviously you got to use information from your teammates as well, right? But vision cones is very important. Knowing what your teammates are holding, seeing,
Yeah.
okay, and then
I
also
always forget that you
Yeah.
like I'll look at my mini map and I know like I'll realize it later and I feel super stupid about it, but like I'll have an Omen that sits mid and does nothing.
Yeah.
And he's smoked off and he's
Yeah.
doing nothing and not saying anything, but it's also on me
yeah,
because
you need to be
they've
aware of
smoked
that.
it, and I know that they've smoked it. I can see it
Right.
on my mini map. His vision cone just stops right in front of him. He's staring mid and there's
Yeah.
nothing there. So I
And
need
you
to
know
know
he's
that,
got mid until he's
Yeah.
dead or taking fight
Yeah,
or he's
exactly.
calling fucking 3 people running at him, right? Like
Yeah.
so you gotta understand that the mini map is like, bro, like this is the most underrated skill. If you're
Yeah.
hyper fucking aware of the mini map, you can almost never die. You will always know what the enemies are trying to do in terms of their concept, what they're trying to plan, right? And then
Yeah.
also you can help your teammates never die. Okay, because you're gonna be looking at the minimap, seeing what space is unaccounted for, like I told you in terms of the money aspect, right? Like, if this guy's just here, AFK holding it, like we know we have mid. They're
Yeah.
gonna be B or A, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you can look at it. It's really important that you start developing, being really hypersensitive to the minimap. Okay, I developed this skill not in Valorant. I don't know if you know a little bit about me. I was pro in StarCraft 2 when I was 14. StarCraft 2,
Mhm.
that's a map, that's a game where you need to be so fucking sensitive to. You need to be able to see one little fucking red pixel. That's a unit. Okay, because there's
Yeah.
armies, so you have to see one pixel dropship coming in your base, dropping units in your base to kill your whole base. You need to be able to see that on the minimap and destroy it immediately. So that's where I built it, because I was a top 200 player. I really worked on my minimap usage. Dota 2. I tried to go pro in Dota 2. I spent 4 years playing that game in 2016 to 2018, 2019. Okay, I was top 500 in that game. Same thing. You need to look at the minimap to understand the enemy's movement. If I see 3 top lane and I'm top, I'm not going to stay top. I'm going to leave to go bottom, right?
Yeah.
Because why would I stay where there's 3 enemies? They're just going to gank me and kill me, right? So the minimap usage is super fucking important. And when I first came to Valorant, that's the first skill I realized that I had that was transferable. I was like, wait, my minimap usage is so good. There's a minimap in Valorant. I'm going to be that hypersensitive with the minimap in Valorant. And it paid off. Like, I'm so aware.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a player. I see things across the map and I'm not even there. I'm like, yo, he's behind you, he's behind you, he's behind you. I see it I see a red question mark and the guy didn't even see it. And it
Right.
saves his life. And he's like, yo, thank you. Good comms and awareness. Oh my god. Like,
Yeah.
how did you know? Like, I saw it on the minimap. That's it. And I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen it in VODs too, where I have these moments where I teach a student, they play a game, I'm talking with them, and I'm like, yo, he's going to be right here. Right here. And it happens. I called exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I cheating? Nope. I'm not cheating.
Yeah.
I'm using my fucking brain. And that is just
Right.
looking at the information, understanding movement, timings, coming to a conclusion, and knowing what's happening. Like map
Yeah.
packing. It's like map packing. It's unexplainable how I developed this skill, honestly. It's kind of scary to me sometimes. It's not even that good, too. But when my students are like, holy fuck. Think about pros. Bro, I saw Oxy play the other day, last week. They were in a 2v2 situation. And he looked back on Lotus on A to spawn when he knew the guy was coming main. Like how does he do that? Right, but it's like all
Yeah,
of these
right.
things involved with minimap, understanding movement, and stuff like that. And he's like map hacking. I was like, holy fuck, this guy's crazy. I would never think to look there because the guy opened tree. So I'm like, okay, he's probably come tree, but like he just knew the guy's gonna come upstairs to rap heaven. Like it's just
Yeah.
crazy to me that to me is insane. And so that's how students
Yeah.
feel with me. So pros are even
Right.
better than me at it. But you can also develop the skill by understanding, always looking at the minimap, seeing what my teammates are holding, and that's why I told you, always call what you are holding or you have, because they may not see your vision cone or know the minimap. So when you call that all B, they might take a look or just mentally track, yo, he's got B in mid. Now they
Yeah.
don't need to pick up. You know, you get what I'm saying. So that's why I keep telling you, yo,
Yeah.
say that shit to them, so they don't know because they won't know.
Mhm.
And then what I tell students as well. Last thing I'll say before we wrap it up is you shouldn't be looking at the minimap 5 times a round. You should be looking at the minimap at least minimum 20, 30 times.
Yeah,
You
like
need
a
to
quick glance every couple
quick
seconds.
glance. Good.
Yeah.
POV holding this, look at the minimap, see what my team's contacts, what contacts being taken, what my teammates are doing, what's going on, is he getting pushed off, if
Mhm.
he's what, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
quick, always POV, minimap, POV, minimap, POV. I'm doing that with my eyes. Like it needs to flicker. It needs to be like a fucking flicker where you're looking at your POV and you look at your minimap. You're even flanking sometimes, and you're just getting the information from the minimap. You're flanking. You're looking at the minimap, and then you're just trying to see if they're coming out or not, because you need to know if you need to
Yeah.
start running or not, right? But if you don't look,
Right.
you'll never know. You just be like this constantly. They're already out, and that's what I see with a
Yeah.
lot of bad players, where they're not aware because of the minimap. Minimap gives you not only map awareness, what's happening around the whole map, but also will help you with awareness in your POV, on your teammates' POV, stuff like that. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions with this?
Nope.
That's it. That's all your notes. Okay. I think
All right.
that's all. So let me just let me get out this real quick. So I'm just going to show you. Let me think here. So you don't do any range aim training. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you
warm
these. I'm gonna send you these notes. I'm
Mhm.
going to send you the VOD when it's available.
Mhm.
I will also send you the Kovacs playlist. Okay.
'Kay.
I will also send you videos of me showing two VODs of. You don't need to watch all of it. It's like an hour and a half long, but just watch the Kovacs part because I make them play. But you can watch the
Mhm.
game, bro. The difference in those games, they're going crazy after I teach them
Yeah.
how to train properly. So
Yeah, I'll definitely watch them.
so Kovacs, you don't have to, but you know, just make sure you watch the Kovacs part so that way you
Mhm.
know how to do it properly. Because I've had so many students where I show them the playlist and their aim's not improving. I'm like, are you doing it properly? Like, are you focusing on the things you need to improve on aim? And they're like, I don't
They're trying
know.
to sit there and be quick with it. Trying to
Yeah,
flick
exactly.
yeah,
They're just going through
yeah.
the motions, right? And then
Yeah.
I watch them do it, and I'm like, bro, you've been doing it wrong the whole time. And then I show them. So
Yeah.
that's those type of VODs. So Kovacs playlist, send you the VOD on how to do them properly, the notes, the VOD, and then also I will send you a range part, which is the advanced part, and then I will show you the basic part. I will just show you some stuff right now, basic stuff, okay, real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, that'll be it. It'll be probably 10 minutes.
All right, but
So you
My
know how I
ultimate's
told you
ready.
that you need to kind of, work on your. Okay, before that, I'll start here. So pretty much what I used to do, I used to do this every time. It would be like 30 minutes long where I show them a range routine, but I stopped kind of doing that because it just kind of burns too much time sometimes, and some people don't need it, etc. I used to do it
Yeah.
every single time, even if they didn't need it. I don't know why, but so the first exercise I would like you to do is you come here, okay, and
Mhm.
this exercise is called left to right headshot. Do you know Wardell?
yeah,
Okay,
the fucking tightest angle holder known to man.
Yeah.
The goat.
he was considered one of the best oppers in NA at the time. He was on TSM, Sabrosa's best friend. He's also
Yeah.
Canadian. He's from Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned this from him when a time where there was no aiming content. Like the first year of Valorant, there was no content on how to get better with your aim. You know why? Or like real information. There was all those clickbait videos or like, this is how you get better, and like the tips are just retarded. Okay.
Yeah.
There was no mechanical stuff. Why? It's because they didn't want people to get better, because they wanted to hold their place, right? The good players. So there was no
Yeah, that's what Fortnite did.
Yeah,
That was
same
the whole
thing. It's like
scene in
gatekeeping,
Fortnite, that
right?
Really gatekeeping every
Yeah.
piece of information
Yeah.
you can, so that you and your
Right.
friends and your trio are
Yeah.
the best players of all
Exactly.
time.
But now, obviously, with the game evolving, it doesn't matter,
It's been
right?
4
'Cause-
years.
yeah,
It all
like-
comes out.
yeah,
Game
and-
evolves. People get better.
and with content evolving and like people making money, like they want views, so they don't even give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
I think the whole aim mechanical real content started happening like when my peak, like episode 5, 6. That's when it started,
Yeah.
starting to evolve, like start, and then it started evolving after that. But prior to that, episode 4, bro, I never saw a good mechanical thing. But anyways, I saw this on a stream, so this is where I learned it. This is a precision-based exercise, okay? It's gonna incorporate mouse control, smoothness, straight lines. That's what smoothness is called in terms of aim mechanics. Okay, we don't want squiggly lines, because if I were to ask you, from point A to point B, what's the how do we get there faster? Straight line or squiggly line? It's a straight line,
Straight
right?
line every
Just
time.
physics or whatever the fuck it's
Yeah.
under, right? So make sure it's smooth in terms of straight line. So it's a precision-based exercise. Don't miss this. Don't fucking miss. You should not be missing in this. Okay, so that's why I tell my students, go super fucking slowly in the beginning, then build it up with progressive overload, where you start pushing yourself to go faster, 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 while you maintain the 99% precision. Does that make sense? Because if you just, because I did it the opposite. I went speed, then I had to go back to precision. But if I just went precision then speed, I probably would have even better aim, right? So
It's like the people that do the hard bot speed and they just can't hit a single shot. and
Yeah,
whipping, but
it's
they're
like-
flicking so fast. Like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of doing that?
And-
You're not gonna hit the.
and then they're like, why can't I hit it? It's like, you're not practicing with easy, so you're not building
you're
up that precision
Yeah.
muscle memory part with your wrist and stuff, right? And the reaction time, right? So that's that. So we're gonna go
Jumping in the water before you
yeah,
can swim.
we're gonna go head to head. Okay, smoothness, straight line. I don't want to see any over flicking, under flicking. It needs to be right on the dot. And also with your eyes, don't go from body to body, the whole outline to the next outline of the body of the bot. Go from the head right here to this head with your eyes. So it's gonna incorporate a little bit of a hand-eye coordination as well. Okay, mind-body connection. Okay, so I'm gonna go really slow. Let me sit up a bit, and I'm gonna go really slowly for you. Okay. And if you miss, you need to understand why you missed. Why did I miss there? Under fluck, right? Maybe my arm.
Shoot too early, under flick.
Sure,
over
right.
flick.
My arm positioning might be bad. Maybe I'm not sitting properly. Stuff like that. Get my point?
Yeah.
So go left to right. So as you go right, the bots will respawn here. Don't go back. Just finish it. Come back. Okay, so that way you'll have bots too. Sometimes you can microly go back, like if it's very small distance. And this will improve your aim so much where this is literally static, so you're improving your micro adjustments here as well with your precision and your straight lines, your hand-eye coordination. There's like so much benefits to this, bro. When I would have bad days or felt like shit or just like, you know, like down about my progress, I would come here, turn music on full blast, do this for 40 minutes. I would even do this like 2-3 times a day, and it paid off.
Yeah.
So it's of value. I wouldn't tell you to do something that didn't work for me or just in general. And a lot of students, when I show them this, it improves their aim like, you know, at least 5-10%. And bro, we'll take 5-10% any day over nothing, you know? And that shit adds up. When you aim train plus your range properly, bro, you're getting 50% increase, and then you're gonna be immortal type aim quickly. Add your game sets, you're already immortal. It's that quick. It's just a matter of doing the work. Okay, so that's the first exercise. Left to right headshot. Okay, and then the next one, so you're gonna come here, take shoot at 10 meters. There's 9 columns. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm gonna do it with a phantom. Okay, this will practice our 5-shot burst control. Okay, so I don't want this. Okay, I want more of this. Okay, that's bad too. That's also bad. Let me try it too. I haven't warmed up. More like that. This is more like 8. Like this is like a 7, 6. This is like an 8, right? But
yeah.
and like that. That's like a 9. 5 shots.
Right.
Boom. Right? So
Yeah.
and it won't be perfect. Even me right now, I usually don't do this anymore. I used to in my prime, but dude, bro, trust me, if you fucking work on this, bro, it does not matter where they are. You just instantly kill 5-shot bursts to kill people, especially if you're accurate and precise on their head. You see?
Yeah.
Okay, where you're just like instantly doing them. Okay, so go left to right, right to left. Work on it. It's really hard in the beginning. Try to make it as snug as you can in the 9 columns. Okay, you go back. Okay, that's like, these are bad. Like I'm washed. That's how washed I am. Back in the day, they were always like this. I'm not joking. Now I don't really practice it, but
Yeah.
kind of have to show you. So but still not bad, right? See?
Right.
How I could shoot 5 shots, even if this guy was behind the wall, he's dead. Because there's gonna be some reduced
Right.
wall bang damage. Whatever. Depends on the distance with the Phantom, Vandal. You still. That's why I tell 5 shots even with Vandal, because of the wall bang reduction. So I don't know if I can do it with the Vandal anymore. I'm too old. That's still not bad. Still not bad, right? So,
Yeah.
but try to keep it as snug as possible. Okay, you get my point, right? Like that's pretty good. Look.
Yeah.
So that's that. So that's a 5-shot burst, and then you just do the 2-shot burst. And it's all about a timing with the release of your left click. That's all it is with 2-shot versus 5-shot. And in the beginning for me, I had a big trouble. I was like, wait, I'm 1-tapping, but I can't really get the second one out whenever I want. Like it was always like a 1-tap or like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't get the timing down. It's like you gotta memorize like this timing with your fingers if you want 2 shots every single time. Look, I can pretty much do it like every single time. Back then I couldn't. You see? So same thing.
Yeah.
Do it here. 2-shot, 5-shot. Practice this minimum 5 minutes each a day, minimum, and then you add progressive overload where you kind of push yourself to go faster while you're doing it. Not maybe the time, but you go faster. Okay, obviously you need to maintain control and precision, right? Okay, so that's that. 5-shot burst, 2-shot burst, 1-tap, super simple. The left to right will automatically practice the 1-tapping. Okay. Next thing is gonna be your spray transfer. Sorry, your spray recoil control and your spray transfer control at the same time. Okay, I don't want to see this. Okay, I need it automatic. Oh wait, I'll show you with Phantom. Like most people are like this, and they pull down. I want it automatic. And then you draw a line. Then you can add a little rhythm to it. You can just go left, right. You can flick it, whatever. Okay, but the key is that you can spray wherever you want, and it goes where you want in terms of your control. If I want the line up there, I'll put it up there. If I want it down here, I'll put it down here. Okay, and so this helps with your recoil control, right? But also with this movement, it'll help with your spray transfers.
Do you think like spray controlling the floating like drones and shit is good, or like?
Yeah, I do this too when I'm after I do all my range stuff when I warm up and stuff. Yeah, I come here and I start practicing. I might even start practicing my 5-shot burst, 2 shots, my 1-taps, 5 shots, my spray transfers. You see how like the crosshair's not even on it? I can just kind of like gauge. All right. And this exercise will help a skill where you're in a fight all in, spraying this guy, and some guy unexpectedly peeks you. What are you gonna do? Reset your aim? No, you're gonna be like, just fucking flick this guy and he's instantly dead. Because your control is good and the bullets go to his head because you understand where your crosshair needs to be. You understand? So that's that. So that's how everything I'm gonna show you. That's pretty much what I show my students. And then there's the dead zoning part that's gonna be in the video. So take a look at that. So I'll send you the VOD, the notes, Kovacs playlist, the videos on how to do it, and then the second part to the range. Okay? Okay. Before you go, okay? You already know what's coming up, okay? What did I ask you what your goal is?
What did you ask me?
Yeah, remember when I was like, what do you want from Valorant? What did you tell me?
Yeah. Radiant or Pro.
Right. And so there's going to be a question here, the last question. It's a rhetorical question. You don't need to answer it. But you need to ask yourself every day, okay, what do I want? And answer the question, what do you want? Radiant or Pro, right? And then the second part is, what am I willing to sacrifice? You need to ask yourself these 2 questions every day so that way you do not feel the regrets I do.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I was feeling it for years with Fortnite. Like, trust me, I was feeling
So then that should give you that extra fire to being like, I don't want to fail again.
I was gonna say that's why I was like hesitant to say like
Sure.
to really even put like a cap on it because it's happened once.
Right.
It can happen again, and it's like
Of course
the
it can.
worst.
Bro, it's happened to me 5 times. You know that, right?
So bad.
You know that, right? It's happened to me 5 times. I was a pro in StarCraft 2. Okay, I was top 200. I was a prodigy. I failed. I quit. I didn't even fail. I quit the game because I had problems with my parents at that time. They didn't want me to pursue that. I come from an Asian household. They don't want me to play games.
I was about to say
Right?
Asian household
Yeah,
GG's, bro.
they literally they would cut the internet. They wouldn't pay the bill so that I couldn't play. That's
Bro, my
why
parents,
I
my
couldn't
parents
do it.
installed a thing that would shut the Wi-Fi off at
Right.
8 p.m., bro.
So you can
Yeah,
understand
it
that.
was-
Okay,
yeah.
I tried to go pro in Dota 2. They let me do that because I told them that's what I wanted. So they finally agreed, let me do it. I failed this time. Okay, I couldn't do it. It was too hard. I quit. I tried to go pro in Valorant. Okay, failed. Didn't work out. I tried to go pro in Spectre Divide last year. I was top 50 in that game. I'm not joking. I was playing with Tro, all these guys going
Yeah.
pro, looking for a team. Okay. I tried to go pro in Mecha Break recently. I was top 100 in that game. I spent 1 month grinding in June with a student of mine.
Yeah.
We both got top 200. We're still on the leaderboard, and the game's dying. It's dead. Like Spectre Divide, Mecha Breaks. It's unlucky. Okay, but
Like the people I feel bad that wanted to play Deadlock when that shit
sure,
came out.
exactly.
They had to go
Think about
pro,
those
and now it's
guys, right?
the
And
most
so
dead game ever.
what I'm trying to say is that it will happen. It's out of your control unless you put in the work and it kind of works out. You get a little luck. Preparation meets opportunity. That's my definition of luck. It's not just things going your way randomly. It's when you're prepared, you get the opportunity and you capitalize because you were prepared. That's luck.
Right.
And so it will happen. And what I'm trying to say is that don't have that trauma of being like, fuck, I committed so hard to Fortnite and whatever reason it didn't work out. I feel like the same thing will happen in Valorant. That is the worst thing you can do. You are
Yeah.
young. Okay, you may not understand this yet until you're 30. Okay, and you failed a lot. You have a lot, even 30-year-olds, they have time. I still have time. You
Yeah.
have a lot of time. But that does not mean waste it. You have something I cannot get back. I wish I could go back when I was 15 and I was StarCraft 2 pro and stuck with it for the next 5 years and not quit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back. If I could go back
No.
when I was 15 with everything I know right now, I'd be a pro in Valorant. You understand?
Yeah.
But that's not how life works. My purpose now isn't to go pro. It's to help you guys hit your goals. And you're telling me your
Yeah.
goal is to go pro or Radiant. Get there. I expect you to once you say it. Be a man of your words. And when I asked Daniel as well, I said, how did you... Because he got to Immortal in one episode. And then he spent 5 episodes stuck at Immortal 400R. Couldn't break Radiant. But he still went pro. And I asked you, wow, that's crazy. What was that process like? And he says, when I told myself that I was going to go pro, and if I didn't do it, I felt like I was a piece of shit. And that's what made me
Yeah.
keep going. I needed to be a man of my word. Right?
Yeah.
That's how he looked at it. Everybody's different. But I respected it a lot. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. And so understand as well, he says this as well, progress is different for everybody. It will be slow for some people. It will be faster for some people. But it's those that can apply knowledge, find solutions, be able to make faster decision making, and never give up. That's what separates people.
Yeah.
And so that's why I also told you, bro, let's figure out a big dream. Let's have a big goal. Because by you being like, wishy-washy, lukewarm, not even hot, not even cold, it's the worst thing you can do. Because
Yeah.
it's going to make you waste time. You're going to just be in that mindset, oh my God, okay, should I commit? I don't know if I should commit. Okay, you're just going to be always in that paradigm, and that's where people are. They don't know whether they need to start taking action to improve or just not do it. And then they
Right.
stay where they are and start regressing because the general population is improving, like I told you. But they are
Yeah.
not. Do you understand that point? You see how
Yeah.
everything we talked about kind of adds together.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so ask yourself these 2 questions every day. What do I want? How badly do I want it? Because if you do, you won't lose sight of the journey, the process, your purpose, your dream, and you'll take action towards it because you have to hold yourself accountable when you commit,
Right.
right? So that's how I look at it. And so I hope you look at it that way too. And I think you can do it. It's just a matter of if you're willing to put in the time, effort, the tears, the sweat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
from like a guy that's older than you, that's been in competitive gaming for 20 years. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
I've learned those lessons now. Okay, you've also learned those lessons by failing.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of what you want and what you want out of it and how you'll get it done. You must take accountability, and I think there's a big improvement with you in terms of the beginning of the session now. You know,
Mhm.
bro, in the beginning you're like, I don't know, your mental's like, like Gandalf. You're like Gandalf the Grey in the beginning, and I started kind of like, breaking things down with you, and the mental side, and you're like excited. There's some passion.
Mhm.
Maybe you can look towards it, but
Yeah.
that's that. So, that's your session. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm in the DMs.
All right.
10 mans on Saturday. I don't know if you're coming, stuff like
How
that.
often do you like recommend students rebook with you? Like, if I were to rebook, like,
I think
what time frame?
once a week is enough.
Mhm.
If you want to get like really good, really quick, yeah, definitely you got to do like twice a week.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think once a week. I've had so many students once a week. They started with me in diamond, gold, plat, and they're like immortal, immortal 2 now. Even
Yeah.
Soup, I have a student. He started with me ascendant 2, ascendant 3. I got him to immortal 3 in 3 weeks, and it was kaput because, and I respect him so much, and he became my duo. Think about that, a student becoming my
Yeah.
duo. You know why? It's because he applied everything I told him.
Mhm.
He's like one of 3 students that really locked the fuck in with everything I said.
Yeah.
80% of students, they're like, yeah, stuck.
And then they just
Same results. They're just still where they are.
2 weeks from now they could book again, and your notes will be the exact
Yeah,
same.
yeah. And I had some students where they book twice a week, and they're just still there, and I'm just nagging them, and I don't even want to do that. I don't want to
There's
take
only
your
so much you can
yeah.
do,
There's only
yeah.
so much I can help them with mentally, mechanically, fundamentally. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
erase their problems. So yeah, once a week is enough as long as you're applying it. You're being consistent. You're staying on top of your training, adding progressive overload. That means over time, increasing intensity, not time. Time is involved
Mhm.
as well. Sky's the limit. If I can get to a Mortal 3 350 RR peak, you can too.
Yeah.
I am not some special mechanical gifted player. No, it's just my mind side was really strong. Me understanding how to improve from playing games a lot was the key, right? And that's what
Mhm.
I'm transferring over to you on how to improve, how to hit your goals. Because I've done it
Right.
multiple times. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel, you know. So
Mhm.
that's that. But if you want to book now, you can. If you don't, you can let me know later down the line. All good.
I think I'll give it a couple days and
Yeah,
see
yeah, for sure.
if I
Yeah, let me
have the
know
discipline yet.
for sure. I hope
All
you
right.
work on the mental side, my friend. Okay?
I was gonna say
That's
I think discipline is the biggest start for me. I think like.
yeah. Discipline, application is the biggest part for you, and
Yeah.
also the mental side. Don't tilt. I
Yeah.
saw a short as well today. It was a pro player. I forgot who it was, but he was like, "Don't take rank so seriously. It's not that. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You need to focus on
I was
improvement."
also I was gonna say there's games where I have nothing going on for the day, and so I'm just like queuing 10 games to kill
Yeah.
like 10 rank games to kill the time, where I could just like Kovacs for like 3 hours and
And
like.
last thing I say before I let you go, I have a
Mhm.
student. His name is Salim. Okay, he's from
Mhm.
Toronto as well. He was a Mortal 3 peak in episode 3 and 4, so the fake Immortal 3. And
Yeah.
now he's Immortal 2, but um he plays 800 games in Act and he hasn't increased his skill. And
What?
yeah, and I told him it's not
800?
yes, he has like 400 wins, so that means about roughly 50%, right? So 800 losses. And I told him, I don't know if he's watching right now. He usually does, but I told him, bro, it's not how much you work hard, it's how much you work smarter. Works, you've heard that, right? Don't work
Yeah.
hard. Don't just fucking waste time doing nothing. Work smarter.
Mhm.
You need to adjust your strategy in improving. You need to think about different things. Okay, so that's how you can look at it when you hit walls. It's not about working more and more and more. Yes, lower elos. Yes, your elo, play more, gain experience. But once you get to a point that doesn't work anymore, you need to break down every small detail on what you did wrong, what could be better, and never make that mistake again. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's that. I mean, we can take so many things away from so many of my students, but that's
Mhm.
that. Okay, Good job today. I'll
Alright.
see you. See you on the
Alright.
streams. I'll send you everything.
Yes,
Give me
sir.
like a couple minutes. All right. That's that, bro.
Alright, yeah.
Take care, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Peace, bro.
Alright,
No
you too,
worries.
man.
Later.
Peace.
Good luck. Yo.